All right, are we live? I said, are we live? Why does it only got to be set for an hour? I want to go longer than an hour. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with the stream. But VigilanteWilliamson here. Another episode of me playing games. There's this infamous screen, and there's the game screen finally. For this game stream, which I tried to do a couple days ago, but the internet in the area went out. Shout out to Xfinity. Let's do a random send. Keep Adam. That's been the guy I've been using. Let's go with it. Sorry. Just gotta, hey, since you did though. Just want to see the chat. All right. How do I sound? Does it sound good? That's always an issue. Hey, Papa Cotton, the gang's all here. The gang's all here. Sound good? Cool. Sound good, look good, feel good. There we go. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Like I said, tried to do a game stream a couple days ago. Just the internet went out just on some this is Texas. And honestly, I walk my dog, you know, that's been a narrative, right? And when I walk my dog around the neighborhood, there's all sorts of little, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but it's just shit. Those little like boxes, the little internet boxes. And they're just like up, and the cables are exposed and shit. I'm like, no wonder there's fucking outages. It's like they're just working. They just say, all right, we're done, and then put everything up. I guess some of it maybe you can, but it's like, you know, better effort, please, man. So whatever the case may be, we're good now, or okay now. I'm seeing something about the bit rate. Oh shit. Oh, sheesh. Yeah. Gang's out here. White boy summer about to start. White boy summer. I don't know what if the demographics, because I've gotten quite a few subs. We're close to 100 on this channel. Where did we start off a few months ago? I don't even know. I don't know what we were a few months ago. I could probably look, but it's cool. It's cool, man. I appreciate you too. You guys are the loyalists fans I got, and appreciate it. I'm not sure, you know, this channel, I'm trying to still figure out what I want this channel to ultimately be and what I want to ultimately do. So who knows if everyone sticks around. But thank you guys for coming over from this channel and still checking me out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because my perspective is ever changing, man. Ever changing. Hopefully it's a good thing, for the better. But yeah, man, I think I'm trying to find a way of scaling this channel and the whole VigilanteWilliamson thing in a healthy way, and that includes like the internet, man. That includes even my humor, the talk, like because I'm just noticing we're in like. Well, no, not just noticing. I've been talking about it for years. But how dark this world is getting and just how dark people are. Honestly, I'm a little like... So, I saw the video earlier, but I actually looked into it. There's a video, and it's actually from the end of last year. And shout out to Detroit. It was Dearborn. It was in Dearborn. Guy goes into a police station with a gun, gets shot and killed, right? So the comments are like just celebrating this guy's death. So, and the first thing I thought, this is a suicide, bro. Because he didn't walk in blasting. Apparently his gun malfunctioned. For all we know, he set his gun to malfunction. Whatever the case, in my opinion, and I still have the opinion, this is a suicide. The guy had mental health issues apparently, but that's not what the story's about. That's not what is really in the story. In fact, the one I've read, for whatever reason, didn't have his name, but you can look it up. But what's crazy again, the comments could care less. Some people are hitting you with the most privileged people and shit because this is the guy's not even black. His name's like he was either a Chaldean or Arab brother. But of course you get the anti-black via anti-BLM. Oh, somehow this has to do with black privilege. With this, there's no black person involved in the story at all. Somehow it has to do with black privilege. So that's great. And then it's just like this. Oh, fuck around, find out. Oh, it's like this guy just killed. This is Live Leak, guys. We're watching a fucking suicide, but everybody's just having a good old time. It's like it felt like a Black Mirror moment. And I'm like, no one, I'm scrolling these comments. No one in these comments realized this guy fucking, I appreciate you, Sister Dildo. That levity, man. You out cold with it. He said, the world, and I need to do a comment box. I saw Kai do a comment box. I'm going to have to do that. But you said the world's getting darker. White people will still be a minority. And that's terrible. Wig, not Vig. That's not what I meant. I mean, but I need that levity, man. Just the attitude of people. People are losing their humanity, man. Or have completely lost it. And it's like to such the extent keeps growing. Every time you reach, oh no, people have peaked. Lost their humanity. Like, nope, there's another step to go. And that just watching this guy, knowing it's a suicide by cop, and shout out to the cop. The cop got to protect himself. The cop let off a whole clip as quickly as he possibly could. But you could tell it was like out of a fear, like, because they don't want nobody to shoot up the fucking police station. It ain't on the cops, but it's on like, okay, no one's even considering. No one in these comments even cares if is this guy's killing himself. Caucasians have always been a global minority. Asians are the majority on the planet. Yeah, it's not new. That's been like my entire like grandmother's lifetime. That's not new. Asians have been the majority. You ever heard of China? Big place. China, right? But no, it's just like, man, no one even considers this guy's life. It just doesn't matter. It's just a video we're consuming. And it's like, that's not, and this internet shit's unhealthy. I got to figure a way to not, and that actually is like, okay, I got to stop watching some of these shorts. Because, the gift of shorts, you might see some cool content. But if you see something fucking crazy, you know what I mean? And now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I was trying to be on this shit where I'm not focused on serious shit, be more light. But you see some shit like that, it's just like, golly, we're fucked up, man. And the racial shit too, man. Especially covering boxing, man. Tons of racial shit in all directions, man. It's like, golly, this is everything they did fucking worked. Those bastards, everything they did in 2020 worked to motherfucking perfection. Worked to motherfucking perfection. So yeah, that's and again, I saw that video again and then looked into it because it came up again. I'm like, I gotta look up. And apparently, yeah, it do have mental health issues, but that's not even they didn't really even highlight that in the story. They said the motives are still unknown. So it's like, I don't know, man. There's got to be a way of like not. I don't want to lose my humanity. Maybe it was the pandemic, man. That was a traumatic event for 8 billion people all at once, and there's no real, we don't know how we're supposed to be afterwards. But yeah, I do want my humanity, and I do want to try to maintain it, and I do want to try to figure out. I don't want to say an inclusive way of pushing the channel forward. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm just saying it in a genuine way. I mean, I'm still gonna talk my shit. I'm still gonna talk shit about these political parties. So I may end up being more exclusive. No exclusive. But I want to figure a way. What's the word? What's the way? Is it Don Rickles? One of them old comedians has said atomization is a bitch. Yeah, they've atomized us. We're past balkanization. We're atomized. Good call. Maybe because you're a Balkan. But aren't you? I don't know. I'm a dumb American. Sorry. But yeah, they've atomized us. That's exactly what it is. And it's just like, this is crazy. And again, it's the internet, but it's like the internet's also, I need the internet for everything. I work remotely because of the internet. I do this, internet. Even me trying to refine my little music skills, I need the internet. So it's like, I gotta figure a way to try not to let the, yes, I am Balkan, cool. Not that dumb with American then. But I gotta figure a way to have that balance. I mean, at the same time, the internet can be fucking wonderful. Shout out to Pack of the Plug. Speaking of the internet, what's the guy's name? I hate to forget his name because he was a cool dude. But he put out like, it was an EP. He puts out EPs every fucking day basically, all day or whatever. But it was like the live kind of video or whatever premiere. And the guy's in the chat, and I get to interact with this artist I'm discovering for the first time, liking their music and telling him how dope the music is. And he's like, "Oh man, thank you, man." I'm like, "Shit, thank you. Just keep doing it. Like, please keep doing this shit dope." And it's like you get to do all these cool things with the internet. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, but it's only one edge really getting used, and it's not the cool one, unfortunately. I mean, it is, but it's like, and maybe it is getting used more. Maybe it's the mind's eye just going towards the negative, right? Yeah, the premieres. So yeah, he did a premiere, and the artist was there. The artist and one of the producers, or I guess the main producer, and they're interacting, talking about the process. I'm like, this is so fucking cool. I get to discover this artist, interact with this artist. I ain't had the heart to say, yeah, I do music too, because I need some music out before I start saying that shit. But hopefully this week I get everything in tomorrow. It's gonna suck to have to unplug fucking every goddamn thing in this room and rearrange it. God, it's gonna suck. But hopefully I can get it done in a day, so I'm not down that much. But once we get this little patch-based system going, making music should be a lot smoother as far as just interacting with everything, even interacting with the samples. Because I'm gonna have both my samplers into the patch bay, and so that way I could just get, if I want to sample some, it'll be a lot smoother. I mean, I could always do shit with the iPad too, though. But even I got the little interface for the iPad. Just have that in the patch, have everything in the patch bay, and then just patch shit in as I need. So that's the plan. I already had the patch bay, but I needed the cables. So now I got the cables. I got a shit ton of fucking cable. So I can make as much as I need, and hopefully we'll have some music out the end of the. I really want some music out, cause I'm trying to have cause once you get going, I mean, you can get music out pretty quick now. I'm trying to have be one of those artists that have multiple releases. Once you cut the political chat, yeah, that was the first step. Cutting out the political stuff was good, and that's like I said, where Shorts has its downfall is. They just show you everything. So you might see some crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, the music shit, bro, we're in the best era of music. I'm like, and we're not, but we are. Because you know what though? One thing I was realizing is one of the reasons commercial music hasn't been the same. The reason that people say that is fucking vocal performances. There's this good, good and bad. There is a channel, they do shorts. They're called Voice X or something. They do acapellas. They turn all these performances to acapellas, man. And it's like everybody from the 90s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, they meant that shit. Whatever song they were singing, oh, damn it. Sorry. Okay. How about now? I should be good. Yeah, the lights up. See, that sucks. That sucks. Well, this problem will also go away because I'll have plugged up this fucking this other preamp, so I won't have to deal with this shit. Because how I have it is I have a preamp that's going into my interface for those who care about that sort of thing, which I'm sure none of you do. But going back, I was talking about this channel I found where they just make acapellas out of these different artists, different genres, performances. And it's clear to realize, like, man, people in the past, when it came to music as far as singers, their performances were like, they were more passionate. They put more passion into those performances. And the reason why it's so obvious is because the only modern artist that could really keep up was like Adele. You know what I mean? And I mean, some people might say she's just a screamer, but like she was the only person of like when because they had what's the redhead Ed Sheeran or whatever. They had a couple of those guys and shit, but like the only one who could hang with like the real MFers, shout out to Matt, was like somebody like her, because everybody else is just like, I don't know. I feel like people seem to be cool. You know what I mean? Which yeah, it is. And that's another little cultural thing. They talk about this shit in the NBA. How most of the NBA don't care. Crooning became too popular. Sam Smith and Adele the same person. Facts. Facts. Yeah, like I said, Adele could be a bit much for me. But you just listen, and that's another thing. Everyone didn't have the same voice. Everyone didn't have the same voice. Even people who have weaker voices, like a Boy George, he still means this shit. He's still singing shit like he means it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter the genre. It didn't matter if they were even the greatest singer. Everybody just sung with a baseline level of passion. And like that is not as it's just less common, it seems. And that's not totally uncommon. You know when you hear it. But I definitely think, I don't know if it was auto-tune, but I definitely think the passion and vocal performances is not quite the same as what it was. Some of them are just like incredible. You're like, wow. And it's even amongst good singers, and there's people who are better singers than some of the singers I'm watching, but it's just like, man, you can't. That's something that's unmistakable. That's something that's like, even if you're not the greatest at something, when you're passionate about it, that shit is infectious. People can tell. You know what I'm saying? And going back to the NBA, I think that's why the NBA has gotten so trash. And I mean, people like the playoffs because the playoffs has weeded out most of the trash. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be, the only teams left are the teams that are good. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to die. I'm dead. Yep. It's detached SSRI singing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. SSRI. Yeah, they don't have a soul. It's just like they're just on fucking antidepressants and shit. I blamed it on Instagram. I think, and just, we talk about the internet. This is me bitching about the internet. That's this episode, right? While on the internet streaming. So, I thought it was just, everyone's trying to like be cool. Everyone's trying to fit in a way that it's like it's not cool to care. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad take. Pop music is all chord progressions to induce hypnosis. There's something to that. It's definitely there is a hypnotic stuff, element to it. But I mean, I think, you know what? I think you got to do something because you want to do it. Especially if you're in a creative space. And it's hard because we're in a more money-oriented, business-oriented world. Not that it wasn't in the 80s. That's the greed is good era. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotten so much more earworms and shit. Yeah, it's about catchy hooks, melodies, like you said, earworms. And I think there is a wave of like a type of singing. I forgot what they called it, but it was kind of like more atonal. But it was a word they used that wasn't atonal. I can't think of it. But it just sounds like you said. It's just detached SSRI. Just maybe it is the drugs, but I think there's the motivation. That's the through line with even the basketball. And it's not just basketball. It's all sports at this point. It's a lot of things at this point. I think. Listen, you got to pay your bills. It's okay to want money. It's okay to want nice things. It's okay to want to. Actually, I don't know if it's okay to want to be popular. There's an argument it's not. But I think even people who are good at some of these things, people are just doing things now for clout. People don't have that. And I'm as guilty of it as anyone. I'm not just trying to, the guy on the internet talks down to everyone. No. I'm as guilty as it too. And I'm trying. That's why I said I want to scale up. I got to figure a way that this channel is not just a clout chasing channel, and that there's something genuine, and there's something for its own sake there, because that's the shit that's what breeds good shit. Is when you're doing it because you love doing it. You're doing it because that's what you want to do. You're not necessarily doing it because of some perceived reward. There's certain things you have to do, right? For that, right? You got to work for money, so you can eat and you can pay your bills and live. Okay. But when it comes to the creative space, even if you do want success, even if you have to have some business knowledge and after the art is created, have some, move in a business way, fine. Shout out to the independent art, because I want to ask the dude, is there a physical? I can buy it off Bandcamp, which I might, just to support the guy. But shit, man, I might end up buying some CDs in 2023 just to get some physical copies of some albums that was only pressed out in vinyl that I want. And it's like, we're in a different era. You can support yourself and have a business. Rock Marciano and Griselda showed us the way to be business oriented and art oriented at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And now you see all these different independent labels selling physical merch and physical albums again because of it. And you don't need to sell as much. You don't need to be the most popular. You can be truer to yourself as an artist. And that's exciting. That's why I'm like, wow, I would have never imagined this a million, 5, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And so that's why I want to do something. Like, man, I can actually, not the money, just like I can actually get people to listen to my music and make more music. And hey, maybe one day I'll have something that can be put on physical. Drugs always influence music. That's true. For instance, when ketamine replaced ecstasy on rays, BPMs dropped dramatically. Interesting. That, what? That is true. Drugs have always affected music. Is it that this batch of drugs created Is Xanax the worst thing for music? You know what I mean? We were better off on the cocaine and the heroin and just the weed, but Xanny bars and lean is just too much. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, there are, you know, there's still some good modern artists or artists of the past few years, but again, I don't, and you know, not everybody is passionless, but I feel like across the board, that is, I think that's part of the reason that when people say it just don't sound the same, so, and they can't really, you know, there might be a fucking what's the guy, like a Weeknd or Bruno Mars sound where the production and everything sounds just like a track from the 80s, but it just don't sound the same. I don't know why. And they're not singing poorly either, but are they singing passionately? Zan's explained SoundCloud rap perfectly. I missed out on most of that era. I just, you know, I had a SoundCloud before it was cool, and you did not blow up off of it. But that, you know, that was definitely you talk about the anti-passion, you know, the whole thing. And hey, sometimes I like that shit. I ain't gonna lie. You like that lazy flow. You know what I'm saying? Where you almost sound like you high. That sleepy flow. Like Sleepy Joe, haha, MAGA. Nah, I'm just joking. For both sides, obviously. But yeah, that you know, it's not like there's no place for that. I just think when it gets across the board, that's where you can, you know. And that's, you know what, that's another thing. I think we have homogenized ourselves culturally in every subculture. Because the internet, you know, it makes NPCs out of us all. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, because whatever we were programmed to like, you know what I'm saying? We all say the same words at the same time. You know what I mean? Slang used to take forever to move. Now a word comes out, everyone's saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like with any genre, 10% is good, the rest is shite. That's true. That's true. And you know what? There's a lot of, like I said, there are passionate artists. And I'm not, you know, there were shitty artists back then too. Let's not kid ourselves. But I think on average, man, I think there might have been a higher level of passion to the music, and I want to make music that has that, whatever that is, man. And I think that comes from just what I'm gonna have to do is just figure out a place habitually to make sure music is made. And I think, you know, once you do that, that's how you go. Because when you look at anything, when it comes to no cap on God, for real, right? You know what I mean? It took me no time to say stop the cap. Now we all say cap. Like we've been saying it for years. And then, you know, some other shit will come on and we'll say that shit. Like people have said on God and for real. But it, you know, the internet memeified it. Now we all say it now all the time. You know what I mean? It is not even like you can it'll fall out of favor, but it'll fall out of favor for all of us all at once. You know what I'm saying? It's just we all like just go to the beat of one of whatever drums, you know. It's only a few drums. People think they're original, and then they just end up becoming a different type of code. You know what I'm saying? So everyone goes to the beat of whatever drum they like, but it means it's only a few people. It's only a few because everyone's trying to be the same. But the thing is, we're so vastly different in so many ways. You know what I mean? We're not respecting our own differences to ourselves. You know, I ain't gonna say celebrate our differences. That's how this channel got birthed. Cause that fucking skit, that celebrate our differences shit. But we forget that we're different people. We all try to do the same shit, and we all try to be the same person essentially. I think that's another thing that makes shit. I'm not even the only motherfucker on the internet with a mask. You know what I'm saying? And I barely, I didn't even do the podcast this week. I barely wear the motherfucker. So it's like, nothing. I don't know the idea is original, but it just seems like every idea is homogenized. Everything is just one. And I think that pull of wanting to fit in is stronger now than it's ever been. And at the same time, nobody feels like they fit in because they don't. Because we're all fucking shit. Papa Cotton keeping it a thou wow. So you don't have to have any talent, just sacrifice your grandma. Bro, if you look up the amount of deaths that follow celebrities and the deaths of celebrities, I think I said this once, but like celebrities have like the life expectancy of like police officers and miners and all this other, like all these dangerous ass jobs, and all the fucking celebrities that have a, like we all lose people, right? But like the amount of celebrities that have lost people relative to a big project, it's like, wait, how everyone? This is startling. So man, you're not kidding. And you know what? I think that's why we got so many one-hit wonders in the 80s. I think there was a bigger ceiling before you had to sacrifice someone to Molet back then. But like most people didn't want to do it. So they'd get a record deal, have a hit song, and then they like, hey, you either gotta kill somebody or bust it wide open. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm getting out of here. And that's it. But I mean, they don't do it overtly, though. I'm saying that it's always on some subtle shit. Like if you guys ever seen it, and maybe one day I'll play it. I saw this a long time ago. A BET producer. He was a guy. He was produced a lot of shows for BET. He was a younger guy at the time because this video came out like before YouTube or early YouTube. But it was just one of those videos that was on the internet. And basically, he helped a lot of artists out too, because this is back when they did the programming manually for TV. He kept saying, I helped Eve break through or whatever. Yeah, the devil needs his payment. Not fucking around. But anyways, his story is he's working at BET however many years. He's looking to get a promotion or whatnot. And he goes out with I think the guy's name's Stephen Hill. They go out one night to hang out. I think at first they're at one bar or whatever. Then they go to another like super exclusive bar or club in New York. And then they go to the like super special VIP section where there's a bunch of women. There's Derek Jeter. He said, I see fucking Derek Jeter. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit. So we're in this like super exclusive part of the club. And like I said, it's girls, it's drinks, it's a vibe. But each time he goes to try to talk to a girl, Stephen Hill grabs him and said, no, don't do that. Nah. He's at first, he's like, this is weird. And he's like, I didn't know why Stephen wasn't, he wasn't entertaining with women. And then it hits him when they're on the ride back that like, even though it's not said, no one said, hey, suck my dick. But it hits him with the body language and the energy. Like, oh, he wants some sort of sexual favor. For the purposes of whatever promotion he was supposed to get. It's not said though. He's not like, he didn't whip his dick out to here. It was just implied. You know what I'm saying? So whoever this guy is, he was able to get to the level of being a BET producer, being a booking artist, all this other stuff, thinking everything is square, and then he gets to the point where it's like, okay, you gotta do something if you want this promotion. But again, it was never, if I remember correctly, was never said Papa Kai's going alert mode. Cool. I'm just gonna reset this fucking preamp, just out of fear. But I thought that was interesting because if I can come across, I may play it, the game switch. But because it was like, okay, it shows that there is I don't want to die yet. Don't want to die young. There is like some wiggle room, so to speak, that you could get to a certain point before you have to, give up the goods. But you will have to give up those goods, it seems like, man. Which it makes this new internet era different, right? Because you don't have to be, you don't have to you don't need 1 million fans anymore in this nicheified era. Because simultaneously, while everyone's trying to fit in, everyone also watches their own thing and does their own thing as far as a lot of entertainment. I mean, shit, everybody doesn't watch. Well, I guess, a lot of people watch some of the same shows, but like, everyone doesn't listen to the same artists. Everyone doesn't listen to the same music. I say that, but I think some of the, the mainstream is actually more popular now. That's why the internet is great. You can engage bypass all that BS, engage directly with the fans. If you're interested in the art, not the fame, is great. Yeah, exactly. The idea that I'm gonna, Lord willing, have music out by the end of the year, and I mean, technically, there's nothing stopping me from putting out like just some of the beats I have and calling it a beat tape. I can do that now. I can have music out by the end of the night if I want to in the internet age. I mean, I'm not, the beats ain't that good, so I ain't gonna do it. Or maybe, who knows? Maybe some of it'll end up release. I'm gonna say none of them are that good, but you know what I'm saying. But that's the beauty of the internet. And there's a lot of talented musicians out there and artists. Lots of talent, man. What's the guy my brother introduced me to? Ari at Home or something like that. He does like all these live produced songs. I mean, dude's out cold. He'll just do a stream and just put a song together right in front of you. And I think even 24's talking about, what's the guitarist dude? I forgot his name. It's like the something. But it's just so much talent out there. It's a great world for artists, not for labels, not for companies, not for necessarily for fame whores. I mean, some people are gonna make it to fame whoredom, but most people are failing. Who was it that said there's 3 million OnlyFans creators? Was that you, Dildo? I'm not shocked, because everybody wants to everybody wants to rule the world, or at least help them bust a nut. So everybody wants to be famous. It's a lot of guys doing OnlyFans now, bro. Everybody wants to be famous, man. Everybody wants that clout. That clout is a resource now, man. So even guys are busted wide open for the clout. I mean, I guess some of the guys, I've never used OnlyFans, and I never will, man. I'll never understand paying for porn in this day and age. I don't even want to watch porn, bro. Pay for it? Are you fucking nuts? Like, I was never the guy who just loves porn, right? I mean, I ain't gonna lie and say I ain't never had, addictions and shit. I'm trying to, stay on my no-fap shit, which, I fuck up all the time, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I was never the motherfucker that loves this shit. Like, oh man, just prawn, and I know all the actresses, and that was never me, man. Yeah, was you 3 mil? Yeah, whew. But I'm not shocked, man. There's that many people who want clout. There's that many people who want money. There's that many people. A lot of them, a lot of these young ladies, just young ladies you might see out and about. She got an OF. You know what I'm saying? And most of them ain't making no money. Only a few of them making money. I am not on OnlyFans. Like I said, I will never be on OnlyFans. Only friends, no fans. Nah. Hey, Zax, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just bitching about the internet. Well, we're not bitching about the internet. I'm weighing out the pros and cons of the internet in an extreme way, I guess. I have I'm sitting there trying to drink a protein drink to stop me from getting fast food after this. You can't. Stop. No. No, and I said protein drink. That sounds probably not good in context, right? No. Maybe meal replacement drink? I don't know. Oh, shit. But no, we've been just kind of talking about the internet, talking about the craziness from it, talking about how fucked up it can be, and how cool it can be. So, there's that. Oh, you talking about he came. He came at the right time. Hard, I got it. I gotta read the whole chat. Eventually, I gotta figure out. I had the chat box up once. I gotta figure out how to do the chat box again. So yeah, internet's the place. Internet's the place. Music used to be good. No, music's still good. It's the best time to be an artist and be a creative, as far as actually being able to get your art supported. Again, not everyone's gonna be able to do their art full time, and that's fine. You know, that's how it goes. It'd be nice. Yeah, gotta live that political stuff. And, you know, like I said, the dehumanization stuff, man. I did not, watching that suicide by cop and looking at the comments and everyone's just happy to see a motherfucker dead. Just on some bloodlust shit, man. Look around, find out this guy clearly, you think, he walked into a police station and pulled a gun out and didn't do anything with it. Didn't even aim it at anyone. And not one person in that comment section could think. And maybe there was one way down that I didn't see. Not one person could think, yo, I wonder if why this person did that. A lot of them motherfuckers talk about that political shit. Bro, a lot of these motherfuckers have already convinced themselves that he went in because the leftists convinced him to hate cops and black privilege and all this other shit. That had nothing to do with it. It wasn't even a black dude. I saw something else. It was a homeless squatter. It was a couple of them. One of them was black, one of them was white, and they still screaming this black privilege shit, man. I can't deal. I don't like hearing the victimization shit from my own people, bro. I was watching something talking about some statistic with black wealth that, you know, it's a fucked up statistic. But I'm like, you know, they came up with the answer and just ignored it because of white supremacy. And I'm like, you just said the answer. You just said the reason it happens. It was because we put more of our resources into women than men. We shit on our men in our culture. That's the truth. And you guys say it and then just, oh no, but white supremacy. It's like, no. So I don't like dealing with the victimization, the self-victimization of my own culture. I can't stand this white victim shit, bro. I can't. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Listen, man. I'm not saying you're not being victimized. I'm not saying nothing's happening. I'm not saying there's no agenda against you. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm saying you sound like a victim, bro. Simping for the state base. Yeah, like what the fuck? Simping for the cop. And I mean, listen, shout out to the cop. I mean, he let the whole thing go. I probably did the same thing if I was that cop because he did kind of wave the gun. I'll see if I can find it. I don't really want to see it again because actually it's kind of fucked up. Because they don't show him get killed. They just show the angle of him walking in and angle of the cop. But I'm like, man, I think this guy, and I don't know, maybe he did have some agenda against cops that the left taught him, but I doubt it. I think dude was just going in there on some life's a bitch and then you die, fuck it. Because a lot of people fucked up right now, man. Mentally, emotionally, everything. But, you know, that's what started this conversation. Then we start talking about the cool shit. Like, Cinch a Dildo listening to underground rappers from Yorkshire. Shout out to Yorkshire. Shout out to the blokes. And it's great that way. Just got to leave the political spur alone. Yeah. And it's you do have to leave that political shit alone, man. And that's the reason they made everything political. And then somehow, and I think this is where I got fucked up. I was looking for a apolitical space, but this is a right-wing space. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even with some right-leaning thoughts, it's like, that's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah. And I'm trying to find my place. I'm trying to scale up. Shit, I'm getting close to 100 subs on this channel. That's incredible. Shout out to any new sub. Usually these lives, you know, the old, you know, some of the old faithful. Shout out to anyone who's followed me from my old channel. It's just like, honestly, I feel better about this 100 subs on this channel than I did about the 700 subs on the old channel. It's entertaining to make fun of the victimhood tards, no matter the yeah, it can be fun. It can be frustrating. I'm just not. I just don't want to. I'm just not trying to hear it. It's gotta. Is that me? This has to stop. Just like, bro, y'all have to stop. Y'all just have to stop. Everybody needs to just touch grass. You know what I mean? Go outside. You know, the sun's out. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Go watch birds chirp and really, you know, smile. Go outside and going outside and walking is like one of the best decisions of my life. You have to actually, sometimes you'll see someone outside. You know, you smile. Hi, how you doing? Have a head nod. Have an interaction with another human being. It's healthy for you. I get it. For years, because of demon death cult, you didn't. That's fine. But you need to go ahead and do that, man. That's really the truth. That's really the fucking truth. We can talk about political shit and critical race theory and the Dems and the libs. No. A bunch of people were locked in their fucking houses for 3 years, and they need to go outside and realize that you're still alive. You're still alive. And that's cool. And it's okay. And it's okay if you got some residual feelings and you feel some type of way about it. That's fine. You grab a titty. Legally, though. Legally. With consent. Get a consent form. Get a permission slip. Or 2. Listen, it's inflation. Sometimes you can't afford both, man. Sometimes you can't afford both. Sometimes you can just grab a titty. You know what I'm saying? Like, dinner in a movie used to get you the whole thing. Now you can just grab a single titty off dinner in a movie. It's inflation, man. Blame Biden. He printed too much money, man. The money printing started over Trump. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, I think that's a lot of it's just people need to just go outside, man. It's you know, it's a fucked up world. But it's a wonderful world too, man. It's 8 billion people. Everything gonna be fucked up. Everything gonna be perfect. Everything gonna be great. But you know, just go outside. Even like I said, the fucking comments here. Everybody has something to say about something else. Just like chill out, motherfuckers. Just somebody said some wild shit about Spanish people and shit, or Latino, Latin. I can't even say Latinx. They stopped that shit. Mainly Mexicans though. Oh damn, I'm dead. I ain't paying no attention. Somebody said some that like, what the fuck? I didn't say that. I didn't say this. People just crazy though. Too random. Switch it up. I'll give her the SJW hair. Well, now we are the police. Instead of defunding them. Oh man, she got new moves. But yeah, people just need to. I think that's the remedy. People are low on vitamin D. People are low on a lot of shit. People are high on cortisol. High on different numbing agents. Whether I'm trying to get off this food. Whether it's the Xanny bars. Whether it's this weed. Whether it's alcohol. I ain't about to stop smoking. Who knows? Maybe someday in the future if I'm more enlightened and shit. But But I'm I have tried to cut back to drinking. Cause I definitely think drinking is something I need to just do in very moderate and very moderation. Like very rarely. A couple times a year. Not cause I'm I didn't go mad, but when we relive some of the fucking MFer, especially go a year back, man, I don't remember a lot of that shit. And I was on y'all was talking about shit that I was on some of the shows y'all talking about, and I barely remember it. Like, no, that's not I can't do that. And then my fucking skin cleared up when I stopped drinking. I had this fucking that's another part of the reason I was doing the mask shit. It's like I had this like eczema like patch on my forehead and my scalp, and that shit cleared up. Just off of stop drinking. Cause damn sure wasn't my diet. Because my diet's still fucked up. So it's just like, you gotta try to be healthier, man. This crazy world. I'll be watching my little David Goggins shit. I ain't doing nothing extreme though. I just be walking and shit. But still, that David Goggins be having me hyped though, like I'm doing something. Like I'm doing something. I fuck with Goggins, man. I fuck with a lot of that shit. I ain't quitting weed, but you did cut out booze. Congrats, man. Yeah, that bottle. I mean, it's fun. It seemed fun, but that shit sneak up on you, bro. That's what it is, man. You like a drink every now and again, cool. It's cool. But if you start drinking regular, that shit'll sneak up on you. Like, god damn. Plus, there's another bill. Tons of calories in alcohol. That's another thing. And not good for your liver, which also is not good for your weight. Yeah, you can gain a lot of weight with alcohol. And then if you like me, drinking a lot of liquor, then you chase it, you just putting your fucking liver, because if you chasing it with like usually it's gonna be a sugary drink, so now you're essentially giving your liver double the poison. You know what I mean? Because all alcohol's gonna do when it comes to your body is turn to sugar anyway. So you're really just fucking yourself up with that. And then beer has a ton of calories. It's just, like I said, moderation only, man. Moderation only. We ain't telling people not to drink. You guys are grown adults. You do what you want. But just make sure you chill on that shit, man. Make sure you chill on that shit. And if you got a issue, man, let somebody know. Talk to somebody. It's okay. That's nothing. It's okay to talk to somebody, man. If you need someone to talk to, man, don't talk to me. I got a lot of problems. But but no, for real. If you need someone to talk to, man, find someone to talk to. And if it's me, shit, I'll listen. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I might have no answers for you, but I'll at least listen. You know what I'm saying? I think people are losing their humanity. I don't want to, and I don't want to lose my humanity, man. Like, covering this boxing shit, it would be so easy to just be an asshole troll. it would be easy to just try to troll views, and it's like, oh man, it's the dark side stared at you type shit, and it's like, man, I don't want to. If this algorithm, I don't know how long it's going to be this smooth, but it's going to continue to be this smooth, and there's actually going to be more people checking out my content. I want to make better content than I currently make. I want to make better content, like content that, like, whether it's funny, whether it's informative, actually has some fucking value. I've been trying to make more content as a way of just keeping the ball rolling. Ooh, yeah, hangovers, bro. I haven't had a bunch of hangovers, but I say that I'll have like the soft hangover all the time, man. We just kind of hazy, something I actually also don't drink as much now that I'm not drinking. Now that I think about it, 'cause you just said hangovers, Gatorade. Because that was my little thing. The next morning, I would just drink a bunch of Gatorades. Eventually, I'd be cool. But I haven't even bought a Gatorade since I stopped. I think I bought one since I stopped drinking. I used to kill those bitches when I was drinking. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes I'd be stressed out. But man, I just want to drink. I'm smoking now. I need a drink because that drink is something different. Because, it seemed like it hit immediately when you drink. Yeah, that hangover is no ho. That hangover is no ho. Or just, like I said, any after effect, man. Because I would just have that, like, dehydrated, kind of hazy feeling. I don't consider it a hangover. Maybe I'm, to me a hangover is when you like, no, I can't see. You know what I mean? Like, I got a headache, I'm in bed, I can't move, I'm ready to throw. To me, that's a hangover. Or maybe I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, a super drunk where like I don't count the lower level hangovers as hangovers. I don't know. Because me to be hungover, you got to be fucking hungover. You know what I'm saying? Not just, I feel a little whatever. Like, nah, like I'm fucked up. Like I can't fucking move. Hardly even drink sodas. Yeah, well, Gatorade's not really a soda. Gatorade is like sometimes I would drink, I would chase it with my little colas though. But with Gatorade, I would drink them like the next day. It's like it's a sports drink. And so it just, I don't even know if it helped, but it felt like it did. I told myself it helped me with hangovers, so it did. Maybe it's fucking placebo. Maybe it has no impact. That's good not to drink. So that's something actually I'm trying to cut out. Pop, soda, whatever. Trying to cut that shit out. Because that's another just massive source of just empty fucking calories. Trying to drink more water. Hell West. So yeah, trying to drink more water. Trying to be more healthy. Gotta get this weight off. Well, I'll be dead like Adolf. No. Weed helps hangovers. Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not even drinking at all. See, I couldn't tell because I'm smoking so much. My tolerance, man. Sometimes my tolerance is cool. I might need a tolerance break. I'm getting to the point, even though I've been rolling some pretty good J's recently. I'm in my joint rolling prime right now. These motherfuckers are like squares, man. I feel like, well, you know what, my tolerance has been worse because there was a point where I was smoking joints like squares. Like I was like a pack a day. A loud pack. I was a loud pack a day, man. I have been worse than this because I was going through quarters in like 2 or 3 days. And just rolling the bitches up into joints and just just burning them like a fucking mechanic or something, man. I like roll like 10 joints and just smoke at whenever. So I ain't at that point yet, but I could use some more tolerance, man. You gotta watch out for that weed too, man. Especially I'm talking about losing weight. Weed is definitely not the best with your appetite. So I'm trying to drink more like protein and meal replacement drinks and shit. Hold on, I think I don't know if I just got low because I'm talking low. I think that's it. But yeah, man. I'm just gotta stay healthy, I guess. I don't know what the theme of this episode is. It started off talking about the internet shit, how dark and crazy the internet's been, and how cool the internet can be. Now I'm just rambling about trying to be healthy. What's going on? I have not been paying attention to much of the news. I know there was a Trump thing. Wes, what happened with that Trump sexual assault thing? You would have more information than I have on that. What's going on with that? What is that for someone who doesn't pay attention? I don't know why that popped into my head. But I'm like, that's and I know that's like a few weeks old, so that's not even current topic. But like, what is that thing? The reason I asked because I saw DeSantis apparently is officially running, and so I'm like, okay, what are they going to do this next year? What is their plan? Is Biden going to repeat? You know what I'm saying? Is he something crazier going to happen? Like, what is the Freemason plan for 2024? Are we going to get a repeat of 2020 with a bunch of crazy political situations and disease and all these different things to shake up the world? I hope not. He lost and got a judgment, got a judgment, so was he got to pay? But shit, bro, you know, I know it's Orange Man and so political, whatever. Bro, these girls nowadays, man, this false allegation shit is a whole wave. That's almost some new shit. That's like I don't know if it was that, like I said, I don't know what happened in this case. But like, we're in an era where there's a class of women, and listen, false allegations have always been a thing, right? Shit like that in the Bible. But like, there are women who are looking for some internet clout, and it's like more than it's ever been. Like, it's now a whole like wave. So you gotta watch out for that shit nowadays, man. It's a lot of regular dudes out here in trouble over some false allegation shit, man. Crazy day and age we live in, man. So in general, if you a guy out here, man, you gotta watch yourself around the ladies. Speaking of politicians, may want to adopt a Pence rule or something similar, where anytime you're with a woman, make sure someone else is with you, or make sure you're recording. Because I'm just talking about, I ain't even talking about dating, just you're in a room with a woman, you at work, you know what I'm saying? You about out and about, don't interact with too many women on some regular shit. You see, I don't know if you guys saw, what's my man, football player, why can't I think of Dallas, Michael Irvin got caught in some shit for, I don't even remember what he was saying to the woman, but he touched her elbow. Sexual harassment. By her own admission, she wanted it if it were true. That don't matter, man. That doesn't matter anymore, though. Like, I know this is Trump's situation, so you probably think, oh, this is political, this is some bullshit. It might be. I don't know. You know, all the world's a stage. But like, basically wear a body cam at all times, bro. That don't even matter. Like, guys are going through it with this shit, man. Y'all, the false allegation shit is a serious thing. And I'm not trying to belittle anyone who's had some real shit happen to them. There's some creepy dudes out there too, obviously. And there's some fucked up shit happening. You know, I'm not trying to. That goes without saying. I shouldn't even have to fucking say it, but when you know how people are on the internet. So I'm just tossing that out there. But man, the false allegation shit is real. You got to watch how you interact with these women. You got to make sure. I don't know, man. You just got to be cool. You just got to be cool. You got to watch out. And you know, I feel for the guys who you know used to be players and shit. Wanna you know, talk to every girl and shit. This is not the era for that shit, man. This is not the era. You could you know, try to hit it and quit it, and she might say, you know what, he did it. You know what I mean? He ate me. He graped me. That quick. All you did is smash and pass, smash and dash, and now your ass is grass, man. He said charity work. You can call it charity work. I call it check downs. Sometimes you want to get a touchdown. Sometimes you got to settle for, you know, the tight end. So, you know what I mean? But I get it. Yeah, we've all you know, dealt with somebody less than stellar. But you know what I mean? Now these girls are, jokes on them. They can't take shit from me because I ain't got shit. They don't even want. They want the clout, man. Y'all, shit. Something else to see. Shout out to what's the guy, Joey Swole. He does all these gym videos, and he'll do positive videos too. But these women going into gyms talking about he's looking at me. Bro, there's like hundreds. It's like never ending of these women doing that. Shit, they're even fucking with other women now. If a woman looks at a woman, oh, she's jealous, she's this, that, and the third, and they'll put it out on Instagram. What's she gonna take from you? Your weed? She might. Bro, it's different now. That's what's different. That was conventional logic back in the day, and to some extent, there's some truth in that. Let me actually read this comment. You know, it's not for the people who can't read because the comment's not on the fucking screen. You said you never get in trouble for the hotties. Always come from the charity work, man. That you know, that was true back in the day, but the chance to be a victim is so. You know, so active. Like, I think to some extent that's still true, but I think there's and you know, I've talked about how most women are mid, and there's no shame in that, but they are, and that most women are just 5s and 6s with fucking makeup tutorials, extreme supplementation for weight loss. No, I think but nowadays, man, at least what the internet's telling me, because you know that's something to base about. But no, I think nowadays there is a class, this post-feminism, you know, because they want clout from their feminist friends. They want clout from the internet. They want everyone on the internet to say, "Look at this creepy guy." Bashing men is a clout source, right? So even the women who maybe back in the day you would think, well, they didn't need the attention. Well, bro, they need the attention. That's the real attention deficit disorder. The attention needed for people to feel validated now has gotten higher. So there's a larger deficit. So they'll do whatever the fuck they can for that attention, man. So like, yeah, there's some truth to that. But she wants to be oh boy. Okay, Ruben / Cosmo, as you would say. But no, I think there's the like, you know, I was just talking about everybody wants to be a victim now. Everybody wants to be a victim. Even straight white men want to be a victim. Everyone wants to be a victim nowadays. Everybody wants to be validated for bitching and moaning. I'm getting fucked up. Jeez, just smashed the guy. Jeez, that's brutal. So that's a new wave. A lot of these girls just want that attention. They want that Instagram. They think the Instagram like or the TikTok like, Snapchat, whatever, it's gonna keep them warm. And I don't know, man. Next time I die, I'm gonna probably switch games. I got a shovel. Oh boy. Sorry. You gotta watch out, man. Gotta watch out. You know, I don't want to say, but at the same time, you don't want to be so doom and gloom, right? Shit, man. I don't know how motherfuckers are supposed to date in this climate, man. Shout out to anybody who's trying. Shout out to anybody who's trying, man. Cause I'm not, you know, presumably there's normal bitches out there, presumably, allegedly, right? But I mean, normal bitches cheat and shit. So I mean, what do you want, man? What do you want? You know, one thing that is gonna happen. The generation that's supposed to pay our Social Security, they're just gonna not exist, bro. We are going through a population crisis that is probably gonna be completely worldwide. Because dating has been so fucked up. One of the few countries that they're trying to now encourage the population, but they got rid of all the women. China. So we're going to, population is actually going to decline. Let's keep talking about overpopulated. Man, in 20, 30 years, ain't going to be nobody here. Ain't going to be nobody here. Maybe they don't need an extinction level event to, maybe we got it all wrong. We've been all scared about this Agenda 2030. You know, I've talked about the FEMA camps, the Walmart FEMA camps. Maybe they just wait us out. I mean, they are fucking demons. They just say, you know what? There's no way for humanity to replace itself. Eventually, the number's going to go to 500,000 just because that's it. Once all these old motherfuckers die, when our generation, my generation, I'm 35, I'll be 36 later this year. When that generation is gone in 60 years? I'll give myself 60. We'll start to, obviously if people younger than me die, but you know what I mean, as far as as a whole, we're going to start to be gone the next 20, 30 years. You know, people in their 50s and 60s and then the 70s, 80s. By the time that generation's gone, the population will probably be half of what it is now. You project to get 175 a month. Hey, I don't even know what I'm projecting. I'm probably not gonna get in the goddamn thing. I mean, I've been paying into this shit, but I'm operating like it ain't gonna be there because it's a Ponzi scheme, and there's not gonna be anyone at the end of that rainbow. They're not gonna exist. Like we used to always say, "Oh man, they're gonna be fucked up." No, they're just not good. They don't exist, bro. Who's gonna have the kids? Fuck, who's gonna carry these boats? Who's gonna have the kids, and who's gonna raise the kids? Yeah, population collapse do be coming. Population collapse is like for sure, because dating has been ruined, man. Dating has been ruined forever, and it's never going back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, man. Get superplexed. It's funny, just look the wrestling ring too. But yeah, there's no putting the toothpaste back in the tube. We're already not replacing ourselves, and it's just going to get worse. I mean, there's still people who believe in marriage and dating, and good for you guys, man. Good for the people believing in marriage, but as long as these laws are going to stay the same and more men are going to get fucking divorce raped, as they say, and end up homeless and shit, less men are going to even get married. And that means most of the kids are going to be born to single mothers who are out here just looking to get their club shot up just to get a kid, you know what I mean? Or their eggs is going to be freeze dried before they even get a chance to do that. So the few kids that we are going to have, look, it totally fucked up, are going to be single mother kids. Ain't going to be as many of them. And who going to raise them? The iPad going to raise them. The streets going to raise them. The school system is going to groom them. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to raise them. And this is all part of the plan. All part of the plan. You know, they done normalized single motherhood. Elon's on their team. Yeah, he's controlled ops. He's for sure. I ain't gonna say too much more as I'm about to die. That's it. That's it. I still think Orange Man's controlled ops. You'll never convince me otherwise. Cause how the fuck is this guy? First off, he's a billionaire and he's fucking friends with the Clintons up until the day before he goes down the escalator, like The Simpsons said, and becomes a candidate. He literally had a phone call with Bill Clinton the night before he announces his candidacy. But I'm supposed to think he's fighting for our team. Man, the fuck out of here. They were setting up the angle. They were like, okay, when this part happens, you say this, you say that. They were setting up the angle. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Mother said to me, why did you need your dad? You had me. See what I mean? There's this, women think it's okay to be a single mother. Women think it's okay and preferred to be a single mother. It's shown that kids do better with single fathers than single mothers, but they prefer because of the power. Women love power. To me, even more than men. Men only want power for pussy. They only want power for themselves. Some men do, but most men just want power for pussy. But women want power for power's sake. And so, well, you complained about how you felt women were misunderstood, so that goes both ways, yeah. Misunderstood. Yeah. Guess, women are kind of, I mean, at this point, I don't even care about understanding a woman, man. I just don't want women to, I don't want to have some crazy situation mess me up. That's all I'm looking for. I saw the sync numbers. What's sync? S-I-N-K. Only 10% of women don't want kids. 10% can't have them. 80% want kids, but waited too long. Wow. Because my career, and I'm still waiting on the right one. That's another thing. Women's standards and the collapse of the you can call it the MGTOW, I talked about all this in that marriage video, which is still up on the channel. Whatever you want to call it. I guess I'm going the wrong way. Which way am I supposed to go? Here we go. But men are a lot less interested in dating. 50% of men are not going to have sex this year, at least in the West.
How could this happen? I didn't really think of it.
But women are having more sex than ever. They're getting more STDs. They're starting to normalize STDs. Any of you guys heard of Hillary has herpes? Single income, no kids. I see. I never heard of that. All these different anagrams like neat and shit. But any of you guys ever heard of Hillary has herpes? Some
Aerith's house. It's in the Sector 5 slums.
And that's where Marlene is?
Where we hope she is.
just some white girl with herpes.
Give me something to hang on to. Even if she's not, I won't blame you for it, I swear.
Oh.
Who am I kidding? I'd probably try to tear your head off.
Hey, Tifa.
Yep.
Know anything about ancients?
So you have heard about Hillary. That shit blew my mind with it. I'm like, there's a content creator.
Planetology books. To be the original steward to the planet.
You know, I don't really want to, care about the story shit. Just usually use it for smoke breaks. But it just blew my mind, like this content creator.
Over there.
They literally exist.
What are they doing here?
Their jobs, probably. Just focus on seeing Marlene again. Nothing else.
The 70s, that was treated like chicken pox. Listen, I've never had the herp, but I'm told that's not how it is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Even though I think technically chicken pox is a form of herpes. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Biggs too.
It just, that blew my mind, man. But like, like I said, women are getting STDs at a much higher rate. They're living a much more sexually active life than men, but they're only doing it with a few men. They only pick the top 10 to 15% or whatever, and that's it. And that's what they're doing. How does he know the way?
I've been thinking, y'all.
Never mind.
We gotta go find the others.
Huh?
If we don't look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud, gonna need your help with it too.
I'm gonna do something else. Okay. Monkeypox is over chickenpox. Yeah, this is an STD, right? Not something I'm gonna have to deal with, right? But man, it just blew my mind. Like, man, they're trying to normalize STD so bad. But man, we got, the girls that are attractive, man, they're getting ran through. This is not Final Fantasy VII. No, it's not. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is not as good as the original, despite the graphical upgrades. They made so many story changes. There's it's completely on rails. It has a cool battle system.
My ears are still ringing.
But it's not Final Fantasy VII.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlene is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then. Pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
Damn. But yeah, man, the internet's a crazy place. Internet's a crazy place. And of course, she gets dating advice. Like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say there's no one worse to take dating advice from than a bitch with herpes. Maybe there is worse, right? I'm sure there is. But, you got to be top 5 worst people to give advice. You couldn't even keep yourself from getting herpes, bitch. Why should I listen to you on anything?
Marlene!
Just walking into people's houses. She was
Is she here?
Barrett.
the clip. I saw a couple clips of her, and she was trying to talk. She said something about
Marlene's my little girl.
what was she talking? I don't remember what this hoe was talking about.
Marlene. She's got short hair. She's cute as a button.
I'm trying to see.
With the heart
I forgot. In
She was wearing
the original, they changed the original from the old one.
pink dress today.
Upstairs.
So sometimes I'll be wondering, like, okay, what happened?
I said she's sleeping.
Okay.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
Oh, geez, shut up, bitch. This bitch annoys me. Can I talk to you? Nope, can't talk. Can't talk to her. Guess I just go upstairs. Ball juiced up. Oh, yeah, they gotta be top 5. I'm sick of the TRT bald dudes with cigars. That's gotta stop. I already said that in the video. That's gotta stop. Okay, that's cool. Let's skip this. It's just whores and losers, man. It's whores and losers giving dating advice. All that shit has to stop. It just fucking has to, man. There's no value to be had for anyone. Everyone coming, okay. That's literally who's giving all the advice.
Buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff.
Yeah,
Didn't
man.
mean anything by it.
Now I'm all silent. I don't know. Just trying to not get lost in this fucking game. It's fucking incredibly easy to get lost at. Go the wrong fucking way. Like I'm always fucking disoriented playing this fucking game. But yeah, man. I've said it ad nauseum. The dating advice, on top of everything wrong with dating, right? We live in a world nobody talks to each other, nobody interacts with each other. We don't have community. We don't have a lot of basic shit that used to facilitate families. We have a bunch of crazy marriage laws, feminism, women who just hate men, just absolute hate men, and have commoditized men in every possible way. And literally just looks at, because of how many simps there are, they just look at men as like ATMs, and have made it a transactional thing. And it's that all women know, but it's enough to
Over there.
impact it, So, add all that, add to it a bunch of dweebs on the internet trying to get ad money for having hot takes about dating. So it's like, we're not replacing ourselves, guys. There's not, like I said, the generation that's supposed to be here in 20, 30 years, they're gone. They're not gonna exist. There's no means for them to exist.
All right, let's keep moving.
Am I even going the right way? I hope so. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is the point of even designing a section like that? Oh, Jesus. You guys probably hear that I'm getting a little tired. Not as passionate as when I first started.
It's on you.
Need my help, do you? Hurry up! Suck on this!
Okay, let's go.
Come on!
Yeah, we're in the fucked up place when it comes to dating. I don't see myself getting married.
Have a good sweat.
I don't even see why anyone gets married now. I mean, I feel like in order to be getting married now, you have to just be, either you're doing it like you're trying to buck a trend, like you're trying to, you know, people, a lot of people who may have a conservative leaning, you know, are trying to be family oriented or something like that. I get it. Or something, you know, some people do come from a big family. They want to try to pass that on. Okay. But like, you're basically gambling. You know what I'm saying?
That way, we'll have to fight our way through.
If you're fucking to want to get married is to gamble. You say you may have to go to Winco. You in Texas right now? Are we in the same state, Wes? It's crazy. I'm in the Houston area. You said maybe needs to go to Winco to get more booze. I don't know what Winco is. Cali beats Texas. Get Texas disappointing the weed booze department. I mean, I ended up finding a guy, so my smoke is cool, and it's decriminalized in the major cities, like, but there's no like dispensaries and shit. But like, you know, it technically, even though I wouldn't want to risk it with these crazy ass cops. But technically, you know, even if I got caught with weed, if it's less than 4 ounces, it's not even supposed to be a ticket. You're in Cali, okay. I didn't know if you were visiting. I know you travel sometimes. I know you obviously based out of this North Cali, Sacramento area, if I remember correctly.
You're good at this.
Told you so.
Hey Kai, how you doing? Appreciate you showing up. Shit.
Back in it.
Keep it up. Bring it. It's on you.
Sacktown, yep. Shout out to Mike Bibby. Hell Boosh, appreciate you being here.
Another one in the bag.
Hopefully I can continue to stream the Giant Sword. Okay, so I guess I'm assuming you guys came over from Kai's. He showed up, then you guys showed up. Sometimes I see you guys like Boosh or stuff in the chat. Hopefully you guys can actually see me stream, because like I said, I'm starting to get a little tired, and I'm conversational. I don't really know what to talk about. I started off talking about how I think people are losing their fucking humanity, and it's just getting normalized, and it's just like, not to go Arthur Fleck talking to Murray, but it's just like, you know, people losing their shit. Combo? So fucking tired.
It's on now. Don't overdo it. I'm waiting.
Then 24. Yeah, he got a bunch of years for nothing. They've since changed the law, so I need to heal. But yeah, he you know, it's still Texas, so he did get like some, I don't remember what it was. It was like some ounces of some dirt too. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. So I can't remember what it was exactly. I'm not sure if he's here lurking. I know sometimes he say he lurks. Shad Diversity is making giant swords for real, like Hacksmith making lightsabers. Okay, cool. I've heard Shad Diversity. I really don't know who he is offhand. I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz. Do not really know. I heard that name though. Texas, the booze prices do suck, but you know, like I was talking earlier, I'm trying not to be drinking like that anyway. Even though, listen, man, alcohol is a motherfucker. There's a part of me that does want to, you know, buy a bottle and drink a little bit more, just from stress and shit. But still got like me. But you know, I quit alcohol. My health improved, so it's like I can't. Oops, not that. Dang, it's the worst thing. So like fifth or sixth wave, like Shad. Okay, so you guys like Shad. Yeah, I've heard that name, but I just don't. I'm not familiar with his work. Jeez. Attack.
Take the lead.
Fight through it.
Shad's doing his thing. Okay. That's cool. That is cool.
Won't last long.
I've got you covered.
And maybe, you know, maybe I have seen this stuff and just don't know it.
Need a breather.
I can still fight.
Heal up.
I'm getting fucked up.
Calling lightning. After you.
Guess it's my turn.
Give me your best shot.
Gotta be careful.
Sorry, I'm getting silent because it's a fucking fight. I can't walk at you, Bubblegum. Oh shit, he's dead as fuck. Oh shit, you gotta heal yourself, ho. You about to be dead as fuck too.
It's not over yet.
Got some fight left in you. Gotta love it.
Shit.
Don't look now, but it's about to get sorry.
Don't give up. Gonna pull back.
Fight through it.
Shit, trying to hit this fucker.
I won't give up.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm about to die. Sorry, guy. I am like totally just trying to survive right now. I'm trying not to fall asleep at the same time. Shit. Damn it. Whatever takes too much energy to hate, be asocial, just don't care. See, now that's the thing. I don't think the asocial shit is helping, man. I think that's the problem. That we're so fucking asocial, man. That's the problem. We don't have no humanity left. We just look at everybody as if that like it's not a person on the screen. Like they're just, you know what I mean? We look at in the internet, I think it's desensitizing. So I think being asocial is the worst thing. Because we are, you know, and this is coming from a dude who's been asocial, antisocial, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it is asocial. That's the proper term. But I've been, you know, antisocial my whole life. So I'm just recognizing, man, people, you know, to quote my man Stevie Wonder, which you guys make fun of sometimes, but he's a great artist. Love is in need of love today. For real, man. For real. And it's like, Shit felt, if it was like that in the 70s, it's like 1,000 times worse right now. You going the right way? Nope. Because fucking game disorients the shit out of me all the time. Sorry, you're a bit busy. But ha ha ha. No, it's just I can do some shit where I can play fucking Streets of Rage all day, and you know, sometimes when I'm getting close to death, I have to concentrate more. But for the most part, I can just do that and talk. I can play. Sometimes with Tekken, I can do some rounds talking, and then some rounds is like, okay, I'm getting fucked up, guys. And a lot of times when I focus, I still fuck up. But man, this shit, cause it's so easy to get killed, and I just don't want to die and redo this shit. I just want to. I'm almost playing this game out of spite, just cause I started it. I did not mean to hit that button. Oh shit! Move! Everyone move! Oh, you ignorant motherfuckers! Bet you can talk while playing GTA. What is that supposed to mean? Save your energy for the ones you love. Too many, you sucking these energy these days. Like, if you have that, you know, not everyone even has that, man. Not everyone has that, man. Yeah, I'm blessed to have family and stuff. But I just think, you know. And I mean, I'm going off of the reactions of the internet. I'm just going off the internet. And I was talking earlier, like, I want to figure a way. I'm not trying to, I joked and said maybe I do mean more inclusive, but I mean, I don't want to be, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm watching too many fucking David Goggins videos, right? But like, he has this thing where he talks about his view of heaven and getting there and seeing that more was planned for him than he actually accomplished, right? And that he was supposed to do all these great things, but he didn't accomplish it. And I think that's like a totally interesting take. I mean, that's kind of, you know, regardless of what you religiously believe about heaven and all that, I'm like, that's a hell of a way of thinking about things, right? And then is a big thing about trying to inspire people, trying to get people back. That's why he does this little shit, stay hard, who's gonna carry the votes, they don't know me, son. If you know who David Goggins is, you know the shit he says and does and shit, right? But it's just like, man, I would love to be of like an actual positive help. You know what I mean? Granted, I don't know how much this is gonna grow, but like, I don't know. Part of me is this curmudgeon, and I have comments. I'll check the comments out in a second. Part of me is this curmudgeon who recognizes that self-preservation is the best key, the best answer, the most important thing, and that we're in a crazy world, and so I should only be worried about myself. And there's part of me that's still reacting on that shit. I'm happy to get 100 subs, really without the fandom menace. You know, it's obviously some of you guys are here, but it sucked when all of my subs came from going on somebody else's stream and doing it, you know, hey, everyone stream, whatever. So I do still have this ego streak to me, and this one, you know, wanting to be a solo act and everything. But in saying all that, there's this part of me is like, man, not that I got some grand message or something to say, but it's like, if I could just be any service to the world, if it's just giving people a few minutes to laugh and talk shit, you know what I mean, that's cool. But just if I could just be of some more positive than negative in my space on this earth, I would love to do that, man. And so I got to try to aim towards that. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I make a channel that's entertaining, that's not mean-spirited. that's recognized, because it's just like I said, that
Not looking good.
seeing that guy going to that fucking police station with a gun and looking at the comments, and everyone's just celebrating his death, and no one even considered the idea that this guy may have tried to kill himself by cop. That's fucks with me, man. And it's okay to be fucked with by shit like that. Like I don't want to get to a point where I'm numb to shit like that. I don't want to be numb to it. I don't want, some people say thick skin. Sometimes your skin gets so thick. And maybe I'm just, sleep talking as I talk shit and I'm trying not to die. Damn it, man. But I don't know. I want to actually do better. I want to actually do better, especially now the algorithms being kind to me. I want to actually do better. Not in some generic political bullshit. And it doesn't have to be some deep, I ain't got to be like, whatever. I'm not the Dalai Lama or nothing, but I really do want to do better. I really want to, like, if it's nothing but having fun and giving somebody, something to do for the day, or just, giving me something to do for the day. Take your mind off the bullshit that the world is. I definitely want to do that. Yeah, TFM is DOA. Make society more equitable, man. I don't know about society more equitable. Because, Damn it. The cloud's gonna be dead. You know what I wish I could do? I wish people didn't key into society as much. Or just recognize how bullshit everything was.
You're as good as dead. Need a breather.
Motherfucker die. Thank you. Sheesh.
Long enough.
Okay, let's see what you guys are talking about. I just ramble. Now I'm starting to sleep. I'm like, I hope I made sense. Let's see. Okay. Say Angie, one you love to me a second thing. Agreeing with the agenda is not asocial. That's something else. I'm not talking about the agenda. Because, trust me, disagreeing with the agenda is as much of an agenda as anything. Hell yeah, make Tifa climb down last. Rejecting large portions of society is asocial, like a cult-like compound. No one's allowed in unless they brainwash. Oh man, I guess I'm not the only one who understands the Phantom Menace. That's a joke. It's not that bad. It's just a bunch of nerds. It's Tears from whatever cast. Cult is not a society. It's closer to slavery. Obey and be controlled. Hey, I'm not brainwashed. I'm trying to make our society more equitable, man. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm worried about others. TFM equals DOA. I'm sorry, I'm not even saying the names. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Oh, shit. You guys can see that. Asocial, by definition, is not falling on the crowd. I refuse to be a zombie. Let me see, where we going? Refuse to be a zombie. That makes me asocial. Unless they betray me, then they can die. I won't care. So I don't even want to be like that, man. I don't want to lose my compassion for other humans, man. I don't consider cults to be societies. But they're trying to make one world cult. Worse against what it means to be human. Playing the same games with better graphics is just being a part of the crowd. Okay. Dude yeeted Tifa. Yeah, I ain't worried about Tifa. Lord. Such a dildo. The algorithm is boosting everything because Google doesn't have money, so they can't keep playing the game of fucking with everybody. Cause they listen, everybody has money problems, right? Everybody, the money system is failing in front of our eyes. CDBCs are on the way, and a lot of these companies that just were gonna, they just thought they could still make money. They thought they could have their cake and eat it too. A lot of these companies, and they're finding out they can't. Sorry, your comments. Eventually, I got to get this chat thing like Kai has. Still talking about white people. Those without humor are not human. Gotta be able to laugh at oneself first. Fair enough. Word, life is a joke. Might as well die laughing. What did they say? Oh, I don't want to say life is a joke. They said somebody had this quote that life viewed up close is a tragedy and from afar is a comedy. I don't know who quote that is. Both sides have government funding, believe it or not. The only time those people are feeling joy is in someone else's pain. Who are those people? Boosh. And I'm not trying to there definitely is a class of that. But one thing that is gotten scary is like, I don't want to dehumanize it anyone else until they've dehumanized themselves, right? I think there's something very scary about this, like all leftists are the same leftists. There's something scarily like anti-NPC, the wokes, yeah. So who are the woke though, right? There's definitely the super woke that you see, worst case scenario, right? Blue hair leftist ring, right? Some famous AOC or some shit. And you'll see that. And then what's scary to me, and what I've become hyper aware, and this is why I don't consider myself part of the fan, I don't consider myself part of any affiliation, is it's very easy to just, they don't have to be thought of as human because they're woke. Well, they're woke, so I would attribute all these things, all these worst case scenario versions of a quote unquote woke person to them, and then I lose my own humanity in the process. I don't have to care about what happens to them. They're woke. That sounds a lot like I don't have to care about what happens to this person. They're conservative to me. And so I've become hyper aware, like, you know what? I can give a fuck about the woke, man. Because we're both being played against each other by the same death code. That's the truth, man. Like, not to bring up Orange Man again. If you want to believe this guy was friends with the Clintons for all those years, and all of a sudden the night before he fucking damn it, Beard's dead. Oh man, probably got to get killed. So this is why I shut up on these parks. I don't want to redo this shit. I just want to get through this shit. Jesus. But if you believe that guy, if you believe he's genuine, I can't stop you.
No need to
If you believe this billionaire, who again was friend with the Clintons up until the night before he ran, and he was having a long conversation with Bill, and next day he's coming down the escalator. If you buy that shit, that's your business. But I personally do not, and never will. Leftism was politics of envy. Yeah, packaged as the politics of compassion. Very, very true.
Be careful.
All they do is hate and cheer with Trump. Again, like, Trump ain't nobody to cheer for though, bro. Trump set everybody up for that January 6th thing spiritually, right? He got everybody hyped. He gets everybody so hyped he doesn't even have to do shit. But that's nothing. Gutenberg has old books, somehow survived that craziness. We got no, I don't have no elixirs. Just making potions. Shit. I don't know. Probably didn't need that one. That's why I always in a genocide. Alt-left, anti-American Marxists who mess with kids are privileged and entitled. Demand everyone obey burn books, take joy in pain, and disagree. Well, that group is not that large. I've had a career in my own place, play money, a girlfriend when Trump was in office. So, ooh, man, I ain't gonna say. Listen, the money shit. A lot of this shit, man. I'm sure buying shit. There's no left and right. There are only those who use humans, and there are humans. That's the real division. Very true. But make sure you're not being used by the side that. This is another quote, and I couldn't tell you who originated it, but I got it from Psycho Sid, the wrestler. And I'm probably gonna fuck it up because I'm tired. But when fighting monsters, make sure you don't become one yourself. I forgot he said it way cooler than that. And I feel like a lot of people in this fighting the woke shit, they became the monsters themselves. I got to bring up. Oh shit, these motherfuckers about to get chopped up. Look at a guy like Crowder, man. Guy a lot of people bought into. I was watching this one clip, and maybe I need to see the whole clip. But him talking to Joe Rogan, he's so sensitive, so whatever. It's like, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers are what they claim to be against, man. I had money, they got me a girlfriend. Well then, I'll leave. No small group, but they're promoted. Since buying work has been a nightmare, everything's more expensive too. Listen,
Still in one piece.
the fucking Biden has fucked up the country. I'm not about to cape for this demon. I'm not gonna cape for either demon. But man, I you know, money won't make you happy, man. No, you need money. The money system was designed to fail. That's why this is working in concert. A lot of this,
This is bad.
a lot of this money spending happened under Orange Man. Hard to keep a girl when you broke. Any girl that's not there when you ain't got it is not worth keeping, man. I know that sometimes that's a hard thing to deal with.
I really hope that all my friends.
But I'm probably the worst person to ask about stuff like that because, you know, my platform is fuck these hoes, right? That's not a good platform, right? For everybody, right? I can't expect everybody, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck what these hoes want. You know, I'm not just anti-woman in general, but I'm
gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
getting late, having companionship, make life better. It does for the time. To me, you know what it is? I view relationships as like almost like it's cool then, but when I look back at every girl I've dated, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I ain't dating that bitch.
Careful out there.
There's one girl I'm like, but even her
Yeah.
really kind of fucked things up, man.
Left a few things behind.
I can't speak for everybody. I can't speak for everybody. Even hearing Oz prices going up, got no job, but working with assholes again. Crowder's a green pot pussy. Yeah, that's the thing. Crowder, shit, I got money for it? Nah, I used to have money. I'm broke now.
Godspeed.
Fuck Crowder. And I don't know if what I'm saying making sense because I'm starting to get real tired. I'm like, I'm thinking what I want to think, but I don't know if what I'm saying is what I want to say. Cause I don't want to be disrespectful to what you just said, man. You know, I hope things work out for you. I'm not gonna say I'll say the Biden administration because for all we know, Biden is a clone, and it's been like the whole time, right? But like, honestly, this has been shitty. This has been shitty either way, man. I mean, I've had a job. I've been able to maintain employment. I'm blessed in that way. But I mean, part of that's just because I've been a part of this industry for long enough that I can get a job. You know what I'm saying?
This is bad.
So I can't really. That's just a blessing in and of itself. But like, I'm the same. I think what did happen is, I'm going back the wrong way. I got raises, but they didn't mean anything because of inflation. I had like 3 or 4 months before inflation really hit of living decently, and then it just went to shit. But like I haven't technically. I guess I went up, but everything went up, so I'm back in the same space, sort of thing. Females hardwired to find a provider. Normal ones used to be. Not sure that it's traditional. when XX left in the Western world, then there's not enough to go around. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough, all things considered. A good relationship is obviously benefit. A good one, yes. That's different to saying just getting laid. A good relationship is good for society, right? Let me be clear. That's why I'm like, getting laid, like, man, there's some getting laid. Just saying getting laid, man, that could be an opportunity cost. Like you when we were talking about the I forgot what you called them earlier. Charity cases. You can get laid. You know what I'm saying? You can get laid. That's not always a positive, right? But a good relationship is great for society, bro. It's good that people are usually happier. If it comes to the marriage, you have kids. All that shit is good for society. But like a bad relationship is worse than death. So because we live with the current risk-reward standards, risk-reward situation from a male perspective dating a woman that we currently live in, because Hillary has herpes and everybody has got a false accusation and everybody wants more, even though we're in the economic empowerment, girls want guys to make six figures, this shit ain't gonna work out, man. It's gonna work out for some people. I hope you're one of them if that's what you're looking for. God bless you. But statistically speaking, it's not gonna work out for everybody. It's because it's just there's not enough chairs. There's not enough chairs, and so when the music stops, if you might be sitting with a crazy bitch, you know what I'm saying? You might be. Hillary is herpes. Bad relationships the norm. Yeah, good families lead to good society. So a good relationship is good for society, right? If you can get one, and if you come across one, if you're blessed enough to Hillary is herpes, but no, if you're blessed enough to actually have one, you should cherish it. You should do what you can to work on it. That's something else people don't do. People do not work on relationships. Oh no, it's going wrong. I'm unhappy. I'm leaving. And 70% of the time to 90% of the time, if she's college educated, it's the woman's who, you know what, I don't want to, you know. Y'all think Prince Harry is happy? That's a perfect comp. You think he's happy? I doubt it. So that's my thing. I'm not trying to go manosphere. I'm just looking at the odds. If you find a good relationship, you're blessed to find somebody you can trust and you can build something with, you'll be a fool not to do it. But that's not the norm no more, man. And I don't see it getting better. Not to be, you know, I was just trying to be on some positive shit. And I want to be on some positive shit, but we got to be realistic, man.
Maybe you should go take a look.
Okay. First of all,
Tifa needs to get on the squats. Yeah.
Careful. The roads are a mess. Watch your step or you'll wind up in a hole.
Yeah, she's top heavy. But that was always the design.
I take it that little Marlene's safe and sound.
Marl is a shrunken head, right? A character design. Look at that face, yikes. Yeah, man. It's a weird character design. I don't know what was going on. So, Hillary is monkeypox and AIDS combined. She's that Hillary's a fucking demon from hell. I was just referring to the content creator I was talking about earlier. Hillary has herpes. That's her platform. People are jaded in relationships. They don't believe a real healthy, positive relationship will happen, while also not being willing to be that person for someone else. Well, it's, you know what? If it was just
Tifa.
If it was just a matter of potentially being brokenhearted, that'd be one thing. But like I said earlier, there's a class of women for whom a false accusation is against a man is a badge of honor. There's a class of women who I mean, you hear some of these horror stories. I'm not saying go pull a manosphere, but bro, there's some of these horror stories. That's the thing. It's the risk. The risk has gone up, man.
What?
If all I was going to end up with was a broken heart, that risk is worth the reward. But if you're talking about, oh no, I could be in legal issues, and that's happening at a much higher rate. I could have financial or legal issues at a much higher rate. It's just like that's a higher risk. You know what I'm saying? Had a great relationship before I moved. When you're willing to be the person necessary to attract the person you want, you and that person to find each other. I don't. Maybe it'd be nice, but I mean it could happen. But I don't know, man. That sounds like soulmate stuff, and like everybody doesn't have. That's not practical or realistic to me.
Hey, we're coming down. Stay right where you are.
Oh, jeez, I forgot this.
This place reeks of Shinra.
I forgot about this fucking section. Jeez. I'm not talking about those bitches. I'm talking about relations in general. Fair enough. I think, you know, a lot of men say, hey, I can't tell the difference now. I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know what I'm going to get. You know, when you approach a girl, get her number and all that. I was just thinking this the other day. It was a cute girl, right? Cute young girl working at 7-Eleven. You know, I always wear my little Detroit shit, whatever. She said, you from Detroit? I'm like, yeah. She said, yeah, I lived in Michigan. I'm from XYZ. It's the same. I talk about the rural Michigan city I lived in outside Detroit. It's the same small town. Somehow I meet this cute black chick from the same little small town as me at 7-Eleven. And I thought, man, I should probably ask her for her number. But I'm like, man, I don't know what drama associated. I didn't take the risk. Not on some, I hope she don't like me. It's like, man, I'm worried she might like me. I'm worried I might be walking into a dramatic ass situation. So I'm not even gonna ask. I just got my shit, got up out of there. That was it. And I thought about that. Like, man, then it didn't help. It was the day before or day after I had a dream about one of my exes. So I'm not, listen, do not think I'm coming from an area of expertise or area of sociopathy. I don't have oh shit. Oh, that's right. What the fuck do I do? I don't have a cigar in a TRT subscription. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to give advice. I'm just giving my perspective of what I see. It's like, it's just such a fucking crazy world, man. I just don't want to risk some crazy bullshit. And, we were talking about the music shit. I really want to make a bunch of albums. Not just a album, like a bunch. I really have like a huge desire, and I almost want to focus more on getting these hobbies more realized than a relationship. I'm kind of, for the first, I have not always been cool with being single, but I'm at a point, and I'm not trying to put that point on everyone else because everyone is in their own space. Well, I'm pretty happy being single, man. I'm pretty comfortable with it. I'm not perfect with it. It'd be cool and shit, but it's like, man, I would hate to have to support somebody in this economy. The amount of money you need to have a relationship, only the top 10% of men even make. I don't see how you can have a relationship if you don't make 100, 150,000. And I did okay. I did okay, but I ain't doing that much. I'm closer than I've ever been to that number, by the way. But I'm still not there. And unless you're making something like that, how can you afford to even date? Dating is itself expensive, especially because everything expensive. Everything that went up. So you got to date, you got to deal with whatever else. You got to deal with whatever little standards. If she's cute, odds are, especially in this day and age, she's been with somebody at least more high profile than you. So the problem in that situation with me, there is no problem, man. There is no problem. I'm cool with the decision. But it did cross my mind, and I do think, is this the best way to live? But then I'm like, it is what it is, man.
You really want to throw down with me?
Be careful, stop being a bitch. I don't know if it's being a bitch, man.
Love ain't no thing.
I think it's just being, having different focuses, man.
And don't come back.
I'm almost like, you know what? If I could get myself in a different financial situation, maybe I would be a little bit more apt to pursue a relationship, right? I can't even say the way. I mean, yeah, I do need to lose weight and shit. I don't want to be a fat fuck, but I'm not. I ain't the pickiest dude with looks. I want a decent looking girl like everybody else. And shout out to Kai, said Jenny is your Zelda. That's dope. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But like, I would hate to. I got a lot of shit I want to do creatively. I got a lot. That's another thing I think of. Am I even a good, like, do I even care to be a good boyfriend? Do I even care? I don't really care to have to look at my phone all the time. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Guess we all die. I don't even, I'm like, everybody wants to get laid, but like the other duties, I don't know that I would make the best guy for a girl right now. I'm just not in that place. I don't know, I'm still working this job, but I probably should move jobs. But I'm kind of working it so I can put more effort into creative pursuits. So is that smart? You know what I mean? I probably could. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could make a lot more than I'm. If I wanted to be a man, if I wanted to do the, I guess that's part of it too. Let's say I just said, I really want a relationship. I really want to be a husband and all that shit. I could potentially just pursue a management job, start making more money. Because money, like you said, Boosh talking about the money situation. I could definitely do that and try to pursue more money off the strength as far as jobs. But like, there's other things I want to do. I want to pursue creative stuff. I still have business ideas. I still want to give a direct to garment another chance. So I got to figure that out. But there's a lot of shit I'm trying to figure out personally, that it would be unfair to ask somebody to go along. I still need to be in a different place, right? It would be unfair to them to just like, because I don't have my all to give you right now. I don't even care to give you my all right now. I could lose more than 10 pounds. And I'm missing a lot of comments and I'm getting kind of lost. This the right way. This the way I came. This is the way I came, innit? Come back here. Okay, hold on. You guys, I'm rambling. I don't know what you guys are reacting to. Let's see. Don't approach based on game. No, it wasn't no game. It was just, hey, we both from the same area and we happened to meet in Houston. And I could have tried to pursue more conversation. And I saw the opportunity. She smiled at me. Waking up with panties tangled in a single fan. The context of that. Holy shit. You guys are just cooking. I missed so many great comments. Hold on. Dated for a few years, then moved back, came back together for a few years. Okay, I saw that. Watched True Blood with her because she liked it. Played darts with me because we liked it. Both drunk rum because we both liked it. Cool. Hard to have positive. Whoa. We're gonna disagree here, Babbage. Black society already. You mean is already destroyed, or you think Black society destroyed the USA? Because we're not that channel. This is not the. I ain't Jesse Lee Pierce. I don't think Black society destroyed the USA, because BLM was not a part of Black society at all. It's a political thing that George Soros paid for, in which the participants were both black and white. So I'm not sure if that's where you're going with that, or if there's a part thing, or if you're doing what I was talking about. Now that white males become a victim class as much as it's become evil, and we don't do black victims, we don't do white victims. So has the risk really gone up? Or you live in a hyper reality created by the rage click algorithm? See, the thing, and that's a good question to ask. That's a fair question to ask. But a lot of this shit lines up with my experiences, right? It wasn't that just some rage click algorithm. It was, I would see girls lie to their husbands. I would see girls fuck my friends when they marry. I would see girls do all this wild shit. And I was just, it never clicked. You know what I mean? And then here comes this, what you just say, rage click algorithm, which I'm not a MGTOW. That shit is gay, for lack of better terms. But it's like, oh shit, it does line up with shit. And listen, I do get there. I'll tell you this. There's definitely a lot of men scared of dating women because of the internet, and women scared of dating men because of the internet. There definitely is something to this hyper reality rage click algorithm. But like I said, I don't think it would be fair for me to date right now. I don't have all myself to give to a relationship, and I don't really have the interest. You know what I mean? Like I said, what it really was is a lot of these things lined up to what I had already seen, and it was like it put it in perspective. But I also got to recognize it's a marketing ploy like everything else. It's a bunch of motherfuckers on TRT. You know what I mean? Bunch of motherfuckers on TRT and cigars, just trying to get clicks. And we talked about worst case scenario. There's a lot of worst case scenarios that they find the craziest bitches and put them out there like that's all women. And I don't want to do that. I know that's not the case. But this is man, sometimes with these, like I said, it's just, I don't have to, oh man, I think back to dating, it's just such a stressful process. I'd rather focus that energy on other things at this point. Who knows? Maybe in a year I'll feel differently. But where I'm at now, I'm just not there. Shout out to Kai. But listen, let's celebrate love, right? Kai says, I met me soulmate. She's my girlfriend now. That's why I agree with you saying, if you're going for it, if you have the opportunity. Yet, you know what? If you got a beautiful thing, you need to cherish that shit and keep it together. Waking up, I saw that. Waking up in the fan pains tangle with the ceiling fan. Just want an obese chick. It's not a bitch. That's not much. Man, the obesity rate is getting higher, especially after the past 3 years. Kai Zelda, ? Don't approach women based on game, approach based on character. Women who respond to game can get you in trouble, absolutely. Women who respond to character won't. If you got game, then you can use that with character. Oh, that's what you said, Jenny is my Zelda. The answer to the problem is you, Viz. Like I said, I don't really think it's a problem. I got other things I got to focus on. Don't put on the act. No one can keep the act on all the time. I agree with that. It's just a one night thing. Running game is easy. Just ask your questions. Keep it talking about yourself, but you got to be interested. And this is something else I definitely agree with what Kai's saying. Got to be good with being single before you can really vibe with. Because then you know what your vibe is. Very true. Very true. And that I'm in a pretty good place with being single. I don't know if I want to mess it up. And again, I don't know if I would be given a fair effort towards a relationship right now. Stop being a bitch. Be careful, be a bitch. I think I read that earlier. Read some of these comments, but I didn't get through all of them. Real relationship doesn't need money to spend. A real relationship can be together with no money because it's not about dating, about your bond with that person. People got it twisted. That's very true, man. That's very true. I think something happened, man. You know what it is? The self-preservation gene for men and women kicked in over the past 3 years, right? So men just avoid. That's how we self-preserve. And women wrote was their standards as a means of self-preservation. Well, I can't just date anyone. I need to make sure someone's financially secure. So financial security, I ain't even say raise their standards. They probably lowered them, all things considered, but they put a bigger emphasis on financial security because of the stimuli of the past 3 years. The stimuli that fucking MK Ultra program they ran on 8 billion people called the COOF. And that shit, it set off a lot of people's self-preservation instincts, including when it comes to dating. Boosh, that might be a successful thing. It says open up a homeless dating app for all those in California. I don't know about Obama phone. How many people have an Obama phone, man? That was like 8 years ago. I never knew anybody with an Obama phone. That's a conservative myth. I'm just sorry, joking. I know that they existed, but I never knew anyone with a Boosh money. Yeah, you would get a lot of money from homeless people right now in Cali. Boosh said you can lose 10 pounds. Kai has it figured out. And I know that stuff can't seem to make the right connection. Even being an old dude, sometimes I move a little too fast. Gotta move at the right pace. Oh shit. Babbage, are you in America? Because another thing I'm not cool with is I'm not from America. I'm gonna let the internet tell me what America's like and base things on that. It's not trying to pick you out, but let me know, because you said something about Australia. Just let me know. Let me see. Whatever case, I was the same, and I was not dating randomly anymore. Kept it in my heart. I wanted a person for me. Happened before I realized what happened. I see. That's nice. You say if you want a relationship, you have to go for it. And that's the thing I don't. May cost you a job, but a partner is more important than job or money. I definitely think good relationships are more important than money. And I'm definitely, these jobs can suck a dick. But you need them. But I mean, so mind you wait to your 40s. If it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. Thought I was there with the ex. The ex had some issues I can't solve. Job I'm doing now, every girl I come across, started talking to him, just thinking, oh God, shut up. You're so stupid and angry. Mistake, shut up. I see. Well, that's more honest than she might accuse me of grape. Well, I just added that in because it was a talking point, I guess. I doubt that she's going to accuse me of grape. And yeah, it's not all dimes. It's a lot of women who had this awful attitude. Moved to Vegas for Jenny, left the work behind, and took a chance in a new state. Every day becomes secondary isn't the question. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. They sound terrible, Boosh. Yeah, that does not sound cool. As soon as you talk, you just want to shut up. Having a partner, changing thinking, having the right partner may become magic. But I have to import one into so you are in Australia, so yeah, man. You know, it's still my country. So if you go just talk about a stereotype you see on the internet, I'm gonna talk about the big ass spiders. How long have you been dashing? Like, why are you asking me? Ask shit. Oh, you do the DoorDash shit? I did the DoorDash shit. She was 50 and white. She probably was interested, Boosh. She might have been interested. Black moms without husbands only in those blue cities, found in southern cities much better. That's a real oversimplification of the narrative. I'll just focus on relationships since that's what we're talking about. Flirt a little, find out about your work history, life situations. Bro. Bullshit's talking gospel. These fat, dumb, rude chicken heads, the men out of their league. I met them. See, that's another thing. A lot of these girls existed pre-pandemic. I used to come across these bitches, bro. I'll never forget. This is when I was in some solid shape, and I started talking to this chick. She was fat, talking about she don't like fat dudes. I'm like, bitch, you're fat. And I got the good shape. But I'm like, I don't want to date you just because I finally got myself in a decent shape, and you call yourself like fat dudes. Get your fat ass away from me. Oh shit. Let me see. Kyle trying to make small talk. They get all weird and rude. And chicks at restaurants are usually terrible now too. There are only two genders. Sister Dill says, Boo's trying to make small talk. Yeah, don't do that. Now I'm depressed. No, I don't want to make you depressed. They do shoot for 10s even though they're nasty as fuck. Yo, some of that's a whole thing. Well, I mean, in general, women tend to go for the top 10 to 20% of men as is. I had a fucking minivan catfish me. Yo, what is it with these girls with these old pictures, man? They give you a 10-year-old picture, they like $350. Like, no. And oh shit, y'all remember? Everybody's not gonna remember, but since you still don't remember Hunter. Remember Hunter with a 300-pound bitch named Princess? He's sitting there buying Faygo and Vernors for this bitch. She fucking somebody else. Bro, 190 Ninja. These hoes be 250, bro. These hoes be big. Big. Said 190 at 5'4", which is already big. That's already a starting cornerback. That bitch is already bigger than Manny Pacquiao. 190. But no, there's some bigums. Kai's going to pick up a package. No craziness intended. Not proud of it. I've been catfish and treat a couple of us charity work. Sometimes you gotta do it, man. See, that's the thing. That's another reason I don't want to date, bro. I don't want to date. There's another like kind of self-preservation thing, man. I've talked about the fat chick addiction, right? Because we all got needs, and when they can be so easily and effortlessly met, it's a problem. It's a problem. And it lowers your own internal self-esteem when you start dealing with like, cause I went through a period, I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I've talked about it in the past, where I was just almost always dating fat chicks because it was easy. Because it's like I said, check downs. I didn't have to go deep for a wide receiver for a touchdown. Check downs. But it was very toxic. And I'm not proud of myself. This isn't just me bashing them fat bitches. I deserve bashing too. I'm not proud of myself. But I don't want to get into that carnal habit of just wanting to get that release. And because it's always a fat chick around. It's just like, you can't do it. I can't go back to the minivan Sam, man. I can't do it. And since you did it, you're smart. Only do it IRL dating, no online shit. That's smart. It's 2015. 8 billion. Is it? Yes. Talking about the free phones. If homeless people, working people were included. Cost $8 billion a year now. I did not know that. I'm not American, but I feel like I deserve a free crack pipe. Lord. Oh, the 50 and white was a joke. I thought it was serious, man. Thought it was serious. But no, I mean, I don't want them to kick them out, but I just don't like America, because it's still my country, right? It's still my country, right? And it's still, there's an oversimplification. We do have where the cities tend to be bluer, but I don't think that red shit matters, man. A lot of these red states, they don't talk about like some of these red states that's fucked up. You know what I mean? They don't talk about like West Virginia. It's just some of these po-ass red states where everything's fucked up. They don't talk about some of these. I lived in rural Michigan before, man. And it's all red, but it's fucked up. It ain't shit there. The water was fucked up. So a lot of these places, there's a lot of blaming all of the decay on the Democrats. They deserve a shit ton of blame. I ain't trying to let them off the hook. But I think that's an oversimplification. There's a lot of red areas that ain't shit. So yeah, low VW hockey, forget Hunter. Bro, this Princess was supposed to 300 pounds plus. So 250 is too much, like I said. Some of the build like the pig with. Yo, what's with the fat chicks with no body? Oh, Babbage is here. Okay, thank goodness. I didn't want to scare him off. Yo, what's with the fat chicks with no butt, no breasts? Here, my low-income part of Oz, the islanders, male and female, are big. Even some whites has to be diet or something. Those days are gone. The chunky 30-year-olds like how much you make, what kind of car you drive. I'm out. All right, done with her. All right, good night. Oh, done with the hoe. Okay, I see. Charity work will stalk you. Yo, that stalking shit's true too, bro. Yeah, red and blue is just another divide. Going to be interesting to see if America survive. I don't think we are. I think China's going to win, bro. I think it's a social credit score for the people, man. I think it's social credit score for the win. I think we're fucked, unfortunately. I feel like I did something wrong and I don't know what. Well, that wasn't you, so yeah, man. Let me try to finish because I totally my fucking remote, my controller went off. Okay, I just stopped to talk to these comments. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, and I done forgot which direction I came in. Wait, I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Totally forgot which direction I was going.
Man, you think
Okay, I think it's that way.
You really want to throw down with
China's nothing without consumers in the West, but they got evil shit planned though, man. They don't plan on the whole money system is going to go, crazy, right? Because we're about to introduce central, CDBCs. We're about to introduce digital currency. Fed now, I think, is in a few weeks. So we don't even know if there are going to be Western consumers. You know what I'm saying? Putin is winning. Haven't met anyone who understands what Putin. Oh shit. What he is, what he does. Losing the war, Ukraine. I'm not even paying attention to Putin. I'm not really paying attention to the global stage like that, or Russia like that. Cause that whole Russia-Ukraine thing is obvious. I mean, y'all know that's a whole bunch of bullshit going on there. Whatever the bullshit is, it's just a lot of garbage. A lot of my taxpayer dollars getting blown, and a lot of fuckery. But the here's what I know: the international bankers, by everything they've done, seem to have picked China. Seem to have picked China as the new world power. America was the world power. We were the military power of the world. And now it seems like they're moving. And I mean, I don't know how China's supposed to replace us as the military power. But they are. The idea is that China's supposed to replace us as the center of the world, so to speak, as the tastemakers of the world. They're going to replace the petrodollar. How does America even continue without the petrodollar, man? Is he WEF connected? Wouldn't shock me. I think everybody's in on it anyway. His role as the KGB was destabilization. He won already. Everything's more expensive. America's more divided. Oh man, it's way more divided. See, that's what Putin does. Man, Putin is WEF, man. I think everybody's in on it as a rule. They picked China's model for the new West. The thing is, here's my thing. How does this continue? Because both the West and China, one thing that we have in common is we have a very disenfranchised youth class, right? They have something in China called "Let It Rot." I forgot what it how you say it in Chinese. But we have a disenfranchised youth class. So who do you think is going to participate in this new West when you got motherfuckers who just, the NEETs, not in any employment, not in any education. You know what I mean? How are you even going to run this shit? With who? population, like, you know, we just had this little dissertation about dating. Well, regardless of what any of us feels about dating, less people are doing it than ever before, percentage-wise, and less people are having kids. We're not replacing ourselves as a country. The West itself is just not replacing itself. So the next generation is barely going to even exist, and of those who do, they're going to exist in a world where basically everything's become, you know, a socialist hellhole. So how does this run? You know what I mean? Is it, well, maybe the thing is it runs on AI and drones. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the plan. Yeah, without the petrol, that's what I was thinking. Without the petrodollar, we're Venezuela. So how can we do anything but fall off? Because they're getting rid of the petrodollar. Where's Zimbabwe? Because our money is about to go belly the fuck up. We're the Weimar Republic, bro. We are the Weimar Republic without the petrodollar, bro. Age Twilight Zone had an episode like this. It's crazy. What, where a guy was playing video games and talking shit on the internet? It was smart. No, I know what you mean. Just this fantasy. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but what's gonna stop it? And don't say the Orange Man. The Orange Man's not gonna stop it. He's a part of the plan. Again, nobody's friends with the Clintons their entire lives, and then oh, now I'm running for president. Now fuck Hillary. That wasn't work, bro. Yeah, not it, because they have to. Because ain't no, but China fucked up because ain't no women left. There's no women. So that really fucked things up. There's no women, plus a lot of the women that exist, they're all feminists out and they don't even want to get married. Man, China's not gonna, they ain't gonna have an easy job replacing themselves either. Long term. They can allow as many kids they want in the family. Is that the case?
You really want to throw down with me?
But what do they think is going to happen when it hits the fan? Like, do they realize when it hits the fan, it hits the fucking fan? Okay, you got a bunker. You win. You're, you know, all your cigar and TRT videos got you to where you got a bunker. Bet money, right? So, what are you going to do in that bunker? How are you going to get food? I guess you're going to garden. Because you know who's going to work for you. A lot of these elites are not functional humans. You know what I'm saying? They don't function. They work because we work for them. We do everything for them, or they have a team of people, and all that's based on a money system that they're about to crash. So how does this work? Now, we don't know how crazy the technology is as far as like AI. Maybe they just plan on having, you know, what's her name, Rosie the robot. Some AI robot is supposed to do everything. They don't need us. Maybe. What the fuck? There you go. I was friend. Oof. China is fuck. India's on the rise. Okay.
Sorry.
They still fucking in India. Good for them. Good for them. But they didn't get rid of all their women on some dumb shit. They didn't make sure. They didn't erase their women's from potential existence. Orange Man, you knew I was a snake when you asked me. Let me see. I was friends with someone for 24 years and they crossed the line, show what a piece of shit they are. Done now. Sorry to hear that. Shit, I'm going the wrong way. I'm trying to read comments. Women in China have 3 men or lead. See, that's a lot of women in America is doing the polyamory shit. Am I going in circles? Oh shit! I done totally lost track of which direction I came from. I think this is where I came from. They're not just, we're only erasing them from the sports, not the equation. Yeah. Okay, this is the wrong way. Thank you for telling me that, because I got fucking lost in shit. A working class person will not serve the elites if it hurts their family.
Where's Cloud?
I don't know.
Well, he can take care of himself. We've got bigger issues. How'd you like that?
Elon's brother is an indoor farmer?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
All right.
Maybe a few of them. Maybe he, you know, but he's not really like, Elon's a puppet, bro. Elon's a character. He's as real as Tony Stark is. And by that, I mean, he's an actor, man. Just like some, you know, AOC, we know she's an actress. And again, I don't know which direction I'm going. Liberal High Mind did a video why he trusts Elon. Despite his CEO picking, I agree with him. I don't trust Elon. I got my own reasons I can't talk about. But I don't really trust Elon. I don't trust nobody, bro. If we know their name, I don't trust them. I don't have this, oh, this guy's on our side because he says some things that I agree with. That's not me, man. I understand the concept of control opposition. I understand the concept of the Hegelian dialectic. I know some of the stuff Elon's working on is not good long term for the planet. You know, I'm not trusting the dude who wants chips in our brains. And no, I do think he's a puppet. He may be an autistic puppet, but I think he's a puppet. The chips in our brains also is not why. And as critical as he is of AI, trust me, there's something. He's working on something cold. And I you know, maybe one day I'll be able to tell y'all more about it. Now I'm probably talking too much. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, man. I'm not putting my faith in man. I'm not, man. But to each their own. It certainly isn't, you know, I talked about not want to lose my humanity. You know, I care so little about the political. I'm not going to lose a family member because of politics. My granddad, it's funny because I think, shout out to Williamson. I think he might have himself voted for the Orange Man begrudgingly. But he, you know, he's pretty liberal, classical liberal, I guess. And he just gave, you know, the other day he was just giving me this standard Orange Man leftist CNN speech, right? I didn't even challenge him because I didn't give a fuck. I'm not about to argue with the man has done as much as this man has done for me over my life over some orange motherfucker I'll never meet. Fuck that guy. I just like, yeah, whatever. Because it doesn't matter to me. And in that same token, you know, if y'all believe in Elon, God bless you. I hope you're right and I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope you guys are right. It's not worth discussing like that for me. Because again, to me, everybody is a puppet until they prove otherwise. Everyone. The whole thing. Everybody in the public eye that is a part of the quote unquote greater conversation and allegedly a part of the decision-making class, I consider it to be they are guilty until proven innocent in my eyes, because it's because of the stuff I can quantify. You know what I mean? We're 50, 60 years away from a fucking sitting president getting his head blown off in front of everybody. That happened 60, 50 years ago, or whatever it is. That's not that far. That's in many of our parents and shit lifetime. They blew the head off a sitting president. Now that guy was real because he's dead as fuck. That's how I know he's real. Anybody alive, you know. You see how Seth Rich got his, you know, when he started popping off, he got taken out quickly, but all these other motherfuckers are like alive and well to talk shit. That's why I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't buy it. I'm about to die. Fuck. I don't know. What time is it? After this death, I might just, you know, I'm gonna just die and just stop fucking gaming and just talk to you guys. We can just talk. We can just talk. Let's get this so we can go here, and we can just talk for a little bit and then probably get out of here next 15, 20 minutes or whatever it is. Or who knows? Maybe we'll be talking for a fucking hour. I don't know how long we're gonna talk. Just close out the game. Probably get a bowl ready. I got water and shit I ain't get into. Wait, close out. I can see you guys' comments. Usually it's only a few people in here because Kai rated and it's a nice amount of people. You guys are talking quite a bit. This Elon, listen, I have it on great authority that Elon's has a hypocritical stance to AI. Oh my God, I wish I could just say. I have it on excellent authority that Elon is completely hypocritical when it comes to AI. On excellent authority. Hold on, just put my controller on the charger. And then I'll rap with you guys, talk my shit. But yeah, we're going to be, I believe in the Most High. I'm hoping Jesus is on his way soon. Because this is only going to get worse if he's not. Okay, everyone doesn't believe that. Fair enough. If we're talking about practical human things that we can do, this doesn't happen because somebody famous on the internet, whether it's Musk, whether it's Trump, whether it's whoever, it's not DeSantis, if that's what you like, or what's the Arizona bitch, something Lake. They're not gonna save you, man. One of these political figures you may agree with, they're not gonna save you. They're not. The left is not the villain. They may think they are. They've convinced you they are. They are the, goofy comic relief goon at best. The villain is the man behind the curtain, the men behind the curtain, the organizations behind the curtain. Those are the real villains. They're the unbeknownst kind of, they're bebop and rocksteady at best. They're not Krang, they're not Shredder. Why does Gates have a short on Tesla? When you have the controlled opposition situation, they're gonna, why did Undertaker throw Mick Foley off of a fucking cage in a fake fight? You know what I'm saying? He could have, you know what I mean? Why did they do it? They're gonna work hard. They're gonna work tight. So yeah, he's shorting Tesla. To play up a rivalry, to play up, they're gonna eventually fail. And I mean, whatever. Freeman interview Elon, thinks he's getting chipped his only chance against AI. Fat chance of that. I would not trust Elon. So he still supports it, doesn't he? If a computer chip came to you and guaranteed $7 million and you invest 10% of return, you wouldn't invest. I'm not gonna put a computer chip in my brain ever. Their rival over tactics, not the end game. Gates wants to be the one to bring it in, so does Musk. Oligarch versus oligarch battle. I don't even think it's a battle. I think it's a farce. But at best case scenarios, oligarch versus oligarch. Worst case scenario is just a bunch of buddies fucking around, getting us to be spin. Trump was a Democrat. Elon was a Democrat. Democrat, I should say. Watching Democrats see the light and start paying attention is great. It's deeper than Democrat and Republican. Hell, Slasher. I didn't know you found this channel. I'm glad you found it. Found the new channel. Hell. My novel has a history with AI and brain chips and shit. The history of it is why there's none of it in the universe. I see. I prefer AI over lizard. Oligarchy is not all the rich, but oligarchy is only the rich. Musk isn't an oligarch because he isn't entangling himself in authority. Are you sure about that? Are you sure he's not entangling himself in authority? Just because he's not doing it from a formal political standpoint doesn't mean he doesn't still have, or isn't at least, because again, I think he's a puppet, but doesn't still have access to quite a bit of power. He clearly has access to quite a bit of public favor. He's been able to manipulate the market with his tweets. I mean, sure he doesn't have authority? Hell Slash, yeah, man, it's cool. I'm glad you found this channel, man. Glad you found it. Glad to have you here, man. He is one of the largest defense contractors, which means he's a part of the military-industrial complex. Trust him at your own peril. Sure, VW, you weren't backing out because that buzzsaw Metal Gear was whooping you. Well, it is whooping me. But I mean, I'm at the point where, oh my goodness, there's going to be a large boss battle. It's just this game. The Final Fantasy VII remake is so bloated. They just artificially dragged the length out of that game, and I'm just, guys, just wanted to get over. He said his green energy idea is a bunk. I'm not sure which guy you're talking about, but I'm with you. Elon wants to build over 1,000 starships. Plan B in case the bunkers get overrun? Question mark. That's a good question. Does it really matter if the transhumanist is pro free speech? Exactly. Listen, people can trust Musk at their own peril. He wants them to be true. Technology he thinks is possible is so far off, even if it's really achievable. Is it so far off? Some of the I was about to say some of the theoretical technology. A lot of stuff isn't theoretical. Voice of God technology has been declassified by the CIA. If you're wondering why we get so many shootings, they can broadcast into your brain both ways. That's what the CIA said in the 70s. In the 70s. So we're 50 plus years from that. So we only got they have drones. That's another reason why I'm a 2A guy, but I don't believe it's going to save us. They don't have to use armies and militaries and police. They have drones that can microwave us from outside the house. They don't have to get in the house. They have drones that can basically, fry you through the walls. That's here. That's been here. It's not even new. So like we talk about the military technology and the technology that's available, we don't know. We don't know if we don't know what they're doing at CERN. A lot of people think it's time shit. Could be space-time shit. Could be how to get from one place to another. Who knows? Let me see. He wants to be true technology. That's what I read. He does rockets. That's like when women say, men make more money. They're taking the overall number and ignoring the details. Yeah. The left is removing civil rights. Those are villains. They're doing it at the behest. The both groups are doing it in concert. I'm not the left. The left is they're a tool. They're a tool. So I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I'm not gonna argue that they're helping civil rights out, right? They definitely, free speech is being attacked in the name of the left, but the people behind it aren't the left. Like I said, they're not the, you know what I mean? Even whoever Joe Biden's handlers are, they're not the villains. They are middle management at best. The left is middle management at best. If you think they're the villain, then they're doing their job right. Whitney Webb, I don't know who she is. She's done some great reporting on this stuff, though. Okay, that's cool. Maybe we need to check her out. Watch the energy sector. Cheap energy means we win. Fair enough. Gonna say it again. The left is moving civil rights. Middle management at best. I'm gonna say that again. Authority does not equal social clout, and the ability to change the entire markets with a tweet does not equal social clout either. And God, I wish I could. Man, I'm too tired to say. Let's just say that the Twitter purchase and AI have a relationship, and I just mentioned drones. There's that much I'll say. Twitter and AI has a relationship, and drones, and not just like drones. Let's just say Skynet is a lot more plausible and a lot closer than you guys could ever imagine. And I have it on better authority than I wish I did. Media is the enemy of the people. That's something we can agree with for sure. They are definitely the enemy of the people. Politicians are still politicians. Yeah, they're puppets. They're not the puppet masters. They are the puppets. The puppet masters, we don't get to know their names. They're the one, and we know Soros. We know his name. The puppet masters are the people who impact BlackRock's algorithm. Speaking of stuff, manipulating the markets. Because trust me, the ability to manipulate the markets is its own authority. But if you guys don't know, shout out. Somebody mentioned Metal Gear. Shout out to Metal Gear Solid, the GW protocol, whatever that AI snake is getting fried to try to destroy. BlackRock basically has an AI that runs the market, essentially. And BlackRock, evil corporation. You know, it's a Saturn reference because these people are Saturnians. So yeah, AI is already here. AI has been here. We're just finding out about it. Biden summed up America in one word: fushy. Okay. Not shipping, not jabbing. Yeah, I don't plan on it. Oh, Elon's green energy ideas are gobbledygook, especially when you get in trouble for me because they don't like messing with their game. That's what it is. We aren't people. We're ants. Kai made a shirt about CERN. Oh my God. Not gonna read that such a deal though. Green energy and data servers plot growth rates. They are screwed. Green power data servers holding our data. Why? I was talking to Wes about this last year. Remember the heat wave 10 days before it hit 10,000 cattle? I did see that. All those cattle fell out in a straight line. That's another thing that's happening. The food supply is being damaged. We're probably already eating Z-bugs. Every fucking, all these food processing plants damaged and unprecedented. Yeah, weather doesn't move in straight lines. But hey, HARP is also, is HARP declassified? Somebody who's a better researcher than me can probably be sure. Hey, Peter, you're new. I heard CERN is trying to open a portal to another dimension, that particle physics. Yeah, that's the alleged things they're trying to open up demons. Because I mentioned Jesus and stuff. I'm not trying to, I ain't Jehovah's Witness no more. But there is a spiritual component to all this stuff, man. There's some real evil stuff going on. And I mean, listen, if everyone doesn't share my thoughts on controlled opposition, just do some research on the Hegelian dialectic. Some problem, reaction, solution stuff. And, that's definitely a thing. Some things being, like I said, technology is way further along than we could ever imagine. It looked like some sort of energy weapon. This is what I was just talking about with the microwave stuff. They do have allegedly energy weapons. Some energy weapon was shot in a straight line in the area. Then the heat wave hit from the middle of the USA. Weird. Yeah, it's weird. Seen many palm trees burst into flames. Bushfires here in Oz and Cali wear porcelain toilet bowls. Huh? Blame the gas stoves. Yeah. Because that's the thing that happens. I blame AOC's juicy booty. Her butt has shriveled up from the evil doings. She definitely used to look better. Like a dry orange, you expect it to be juicy, and then it gets all dimply. I still clap those cheeks. Yeah, she does like her some white boys. And she was looking good in that one. Yeah, she was. You could tell she got a little moist for Lil Stein because she likes some white. Even though I don't know if Stein. I'm assuming Stein is Jewish just because that's his name. I don't know, but I'm not. Whatever. Project Bear, 1989 Star Wars particle beams. So that has been declassified. So yeah, man, there's a lot of the technology they really have is well beyond what they advertise. Like this AI stuff, AI has been running a lot of shit the past 10, 15 years. We're just now, like finding out about it ourselves. But yeah, that's been a thing. Gnostics believe that God of the Old Testament was a false lesser God. They believe Jesus was showing people how to access the non-material world, and that Alstein 6'5" AOC was smashed properly. Waiting for the second part of Wes's comment. Maybe we'll get to it. But yeah, I don't buy any of these people, man. He says he looks smaller. I don't watch Alex Stein. I'm not a real fan of him. Not really. I don't watch anybody conservative at this point, man. He wanted Judas to turn him in because he was tired of people doubting him. Then he returned in his non-material form while his body was rotting. So I don't know anything about the Gnostics' beliefs. Woketards are modern Gnostics, huh? He films himself from above, makes him look like he's not such a goofy giant. I see. Yeah, I don't really watch. I don't watch political stuff, man. We can talk about it here. Political comedy. I mean, geez. There's no such thing, man. Comedy is comedy, man. Crowder's been going through it with all the crazy shit in his personal life and in his public life. But bottom line, that motherfucker was never funny to me. Never funny. That's a con Theo, like a motherfucker. Babish said, heard a vid that wasn't Jesus, it was Judas on the cross. Whoa. You think the Gnostics were on something? I don't know. I think it's weird that Christianity is always the Christian church is a dumpster fire. But it's weird that Christians are always the target. But I'm starting to fade, guys. We've gone 3 hours. This is more people than we usually get on these streams that are kind of pop-up streams. I appreciate Kai for rating. That's the word I'm trying to use. I like watching politicians try to form a complete sentence. They fail a lot. It's hilarious. Gnostics and Hermetics, but in a postmodern context. But yeah, it's getting late, and I do have to work. At least unless the stream goes out and I lose my job, which is so fuck it. But in any event, protect yourselves, guys. Life is like a boxing match. Protect yourself at all times. Go to bed, pansy ass. It's like 4 a.m. that's not pansy. There are many Gnostic sects. Jesus was allegedly teaching his followers how to access the non-material world. That was the source of his miracles. There definitely is a spiritual world. You know, the spirit world is real, bro, and they believe in the spirit world. That's why the whole CERN thing. But yeah, I'm starting to fade crazily. So thank you guys for joining. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, please do so. Even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. Talk to you guys later. Peace.